channel, the Trainers channel, the People's channel. We're going to get into some boxing talk here. Who's the best at 140 pounds? We got a lot of people on the call-ins. What's going on, Greg Hackett? What's going on, Mark? Mad Scientist? What's going on, Eric Kelly? What's going on? What's going on, Greg?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Jay, Mad Scientist. Jay, my guy, what's up? Salute.
What's good, Mark?
Eric Kelly.
We got Eric Kelly in the building as well. So what's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing today?
Chilling Sunday. Yes, we here. The Kansas City gonna win.
Super Bowl. Who you guys got? You got Kansas? Shout out to Shannon Cannon. What's going on, bro?
Fuck football.
Damn.
Yo, Greg, what up, boy? I'm chilling. What's up? My God, what's up? Regular Kelly.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. We live on Instagram and on YouTube. Guys, who's the best at 140 pounds right now?
Nobody. Devin Haney. Nobody.
Nobody.
Devin Haney.
Why? Because they haven't fought each other?
They gotta fight each other. It's too much real estate at 140 to really declare somebody the best. You know what I mean? Now it's probably a top five, but it ain't no best. I mean, it's too much work at 140. Keep it a buck. It might be. You know what? Like, you gotta judge. You gotta, like, at the end of the day, like Greg said, they gotta fight each other. But you also gotta judge it by who fought who. Haney beat Regis. T.O. beat
Jermaine Ortiz.
T.O. beat Josh Taylor. Oh, okay. T.O. beat Josh Taylor. Haney beat Regis. T.O. lost to Jermaine though. And then that was in. That fight. Even if it was a draw, wasn't nobody gonna say nothing.
What you think, Mark?
You know what I'm saying? A draw would have been better than giving him the fight. But it's going like this. Who beat who? Regis, Taylor. It got to be either T.O. or it got to be Devin Haney.
Why are we leaving Subriel Matias out of all this? Why is Subriel Matias left out on all this?
He not left out. He left out. Who he fought?
You just mentioned those two guys. You forgot about my guy.
No. Who did your guy fight, motherfucker?
Who did he fight? Yo, why you gotta get so hostile, bro? Damn, son.
Listen,
relax.
But
listen.
We're talking boxing, right? We all boxing.
All right. So the last guy that he fought, right? Ergashev, right? A guy that Sugar Hill was training, right? He was supposed to be that guy to test him and stuff, right?
He was knocking everybody out too. The guy
he beat Michael Fox as well.
Yeah.
Controversial.
So I'm saying this. Okay, Matias beat a very, very strong guy. But who was that guy he beat?
Ergashev, an undefeated fighter with a high KO ratio.
But who was Ergashev? He's not beating nobody at the level of Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, or
Josh Taylor's on. You don't even know where Josh Taylor in his career is right now.
Huh?
You don't really know where Josh Taylor is in his career right now.
No, but I know he got one loss. I know he was undefeated going against T.O. Prior to that, he was undefeated.
But before that, he got a warm-up loss with Jack Catterall. But go ahead.
Jack Catterall, and I know he got a 140. I know he was 140 champ. Josh Taylor,
he was undefeated. He was undisputed at 140. He beat Regis. Yeah, that shit wasn't clean at all. That shit was a war.
But he was a war. But like I said,
when it comes to a Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor, you don't want to talk about Rock'em Sock'em, but people want to talk about Rock'em Sock'em with Subriel Matias. How come? Because Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis.
But that's because anybody that fight Subriel Matias is going to turn into that kind of fight, unless you got the discipline unless you got the discipline to stay on the outside in boxing. Now, what Eric Kelly is saying, Subriel Matias, like I said, is probably in the top 5. Well, he is in the top 5 at 140, but he can't be number 1 because the resume. He hasn't beat a guy who's beat the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So when you say a Regis does have some wins over a few guys that they was top guys. But then when you say Tio, Josh Taylor did beat Regis. You know what I mean? So I see where he giving them the credit, and he putting them in the top 2. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But Subriel Matias definitely in the top 5.
He in the top 5 for sure. And like he's a world champion, IBF champion, and that's why they fight. You want to find out who the best? That's why they fight. You can't beat the guy that Matias beat and say, okay, now you number 1 or you number 2. No. What about those other guys that beat certified killers in their division? You can't just jump him above the guys that already beat the certified killers in their division.
So, Eric, what my question to you guys is, right, and for everybody, that performance with Jermaine Ortiz, obviously not just the accolade test of who you beat, but but the naked eye test. You know what I mean? The coaching eye test. Do you have Teofimo Lopez as your number 1 still?
I gave. I don't know who won that fight, man. I said Teofimo won it. I say Teofimo won it off of Teofimo. Teofimo was making a fight. Ortiz landed a lot of good punches. He was countering. He was a smarter fighter. Ortiz was a smarter fighter in the ring. Tio fight with all passion. Tio's a passion fighter.
Tio not A-side that fight. He take that win.
Say what?
Tio not the A-side. Say it's not Tio. That's the A-side, right? Better yet, right? It's not Jermaine that. Look, hold on. It's not Jermaine that night. It's actually Devin Haney that night. Who wins that fight? Oh, so the same? No. I'm not talking. I'm talking about the same performance, just a different guy. It's Devin Haney, the A side that night. Same performance. I agree.
If Devin Haney fight Teofimo and Teofimo fight like that, Devin Haney is gonna fuck around and knock Teofimo out. Real shit. Because what Devin Haney's gonna do that Jermaine didn't do, take a little bit more chance. He's gonna take a little bit more chances.
Nah, I don't see knockout. You crazy?
No.
Hold on, a lot of and Devin's timing is pinpoint. People. You know what's problem? You know the problem with people when it comes to boxing, they think power. What I'm saying is, we saw with Devin and Regis, that accuracy is a motherfucker. That timing is a motherfucker. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Teofimo, if he get behind that Ford Mustang, he step on the gas, he get the driving off fast, and forget he got brakes, and run into that motherfucking right hand with that hook, and that shit hit him right on his button, he gonna go. He not a machine. He a man, and any man could be hurt. And Devin Haney, the thing that Devin Haney do have is great reflexes and timing, and he'll run you into some shit. That's real shit. And if you running into the type shit and on that level, you gonna fuck around. Facts.
I definitely that Haney and Teofimo fight now. It looks a lot more interesting. I gotta tell you, way more interesting.
Yeah, but we already could see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teofimo got to show more, man. You can't at that level. You can't. I don't know how people saw Tio winning that shit. He clearly lost. You can't be narrative on stand in front of a man and fight me. All that shit Tio was doing, you ain't look like a champion at all. Not mentally. Nope. Nothing. You was just not mentally at all. Like nothing. And then kept leaving the same track the same way. You kept letting him out. A champion got to make some type of IQ adjustment. He act like he ain't know what the fuck to do. That's ring general shit. Like, he let him out the track every single time from round 1 through round 12. And all the changes, he lost. That boy did not get hit perfectly. He ran a lift. If you want to say running, I put it I thought he boxed his.
That's the big key thing here is that the running part that people are speaking upon. They're saying that that's killing boxing, quote unquote.
Ain't no fucking running. The people that saying that dumb shit killing boxing. It's not running. It's called boxing.
Bob Arum saying that was a disgrace.
Bob Arum saying that. Bob Arum never fought a day in his life. When it comes to fighting, fuck Bob Arum. What happens is he's saying that because Tio is the draw. Remember, the whole card was made around Tio. Even the promotional card looking like a circus act. Everything he did coming out as a circus act and all that was about Tio. Tio was supposed to put on one of his best showings ever, and he didn't get to do that. So Bob Arum was pissed at the fact that Jermaine Ortiz didn't stand there and let Teofimo go upside his head. But
Bob Arum is a promoter. At the end of the day, he got to side with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree on that.
He got to side with the fans, the populace. It's a numbers game.
He focused more on dancing than he do boxing. He know how to do all the dance moves. Any new dance moves that come out, he master it. He pop locking like it's the 80s, or he can bring it to the 2000s and do all this shaking his hips. But when it comes to boxing, he like a fucking amateur. He like a top tier amateur.
Now obviously Subriel Matias got a completely.
One of my favorite fighters today in the sport of boxing. I ain't gonna lie.
What was that?
Reason why he's one of my favorite fighters today in the sport of boxing because
who is
him and Devin fight all the killers. Only him and Devin.
Who's your favorite?
It's either Devin or Tio. One of the two is, and the only reason is because those the only two that fight all the killers. They fight all the killers.
Okay.
They fight all the killers.
Now
Bud is my number one. But Tio Devin, they fight all the killers.
How about the cutting of the ring situation with Tio, man?
He don't know how to do it.
Nah.
That can't be your favorite fighter without cutting out the ring, man.
He could be my favorite fighter because he beat fighters that do know how to cut off the ring.
We in church today.
But the guys that cut off the ring, if you got two guys that cut off the ring, that's cool. But what about the mover? We're talking about boxers that move laterally.
Yeah, Josh Taylor moved laterally.
No, he don't.
Shit, Lomachenko moved laterally.
Absolutely, that was the fight. But then he caught up towards the end of the half of the fight.
Josh Taylor can box.
He can box. But
he moves laterally. Trust me.
But he would rather fight. The Scott man, he rather fight. He rather do that. That's what he shows. He hasn't really shown you crazy boxing ability to its height that you want to be like, oh shoot, he gonna outbox me. No, he can outbox certain people. A Regis Prograis, yeah, he could outbox somebody like that, and he chose not to do that. He chose to fight him instead too.
Yeah, every fighter got something the other one need. Every fighter, I don't care what level you lack something. You just got to figure out when you're in there what that something is. So it's like I think G started it off with. That's why we don't really know who the top guy is because every fight is going to just bring something different. It remains to be seen. It's still an open field, like he said, it's an open ball game because distractions, all types of shit plays a part in your performance. Like, so now when we see Devin get in there, guess what everybody gonna say? If he put on a great, he is the best. Tank get in there, Tank the best. We gonna change the narrative every time that next fight happens. So this shit gonna go on and on until they do it. Earl Spence, Bud Crawford 2 is 2 left with all the straps, and then they fight. Then we gonna say, okay, that's the best 140. Right now, that shit's still wide open. There's some more work on 140 wide open, yeah. Some more work to be done. 140 wide open. Yo, that was just a bad performance. Jermaine made him look bad. I'm sorry to say. Tio got a lot of shit with him. He got a lot of the elements. He's explosive. His defense is it's above average. But yeah, that cutting the ring off shit and the way he fought, that was just a terrible performance. That bull Jermaine got that kind of style. Jermaine made Lomachenko look bad. That's how Jermaine fight. Yeah, ain't got that kind of style. Jermaine made Lomachenko look bad. Jermaine can fight. Jermaine is a very good fighter. That's his style, though. You got people in there that you got people fighters. Greg, no, fighters make you look bad. Mm-hmm. You got. I mean, a lot of niggas look bad. Styles make fights. They can make you look bad.
But
you understand what I'm saying?
You know, and he did score his points and stuff like that. But going into like from amateurs to pros, we start to like to see a lot of effective punching. And that's another thing that they spoke upon with Jermaine, that he just couldn't hurt Tio. I mean, he was just not sitting on anything. And that is another part of pro boxing, and that supposedly kills the sport when people just want to pity pat and survive. And that's something that people say. I'm not going up on here and saying that this is what I agree on, but I have to speak upon the questions that people need to, the hard questions.
Yeah, but you're not gonna fight the same way every time. That's also what Mark was talking about. If I know a motherfucker is a good southpaw, he got a good left hand, I'm going to focus on getting away from that left hand or smothering that left hand. It's certain shit I got to do. If I know a motherfucker is so-called as a puncher, I'm not going to stand there and let him punch on me. And Tio showed us, if you take a half a step back and you one step ahead of him, he going to have a problem with that. As a world-class fighter, you were supposed to be able to adjust. He was pissed off by the third round. He couldn't take it no more. To the point he stood in the middle of the ring at one point and was like, come on. But then when Jermaine stepped to him, he took a step back. So that means he respected Jermaine too. You know what I mean? But he wanted Jermaine to fight his fight, which is stay here and let me swing on you. He's like a spoiled baby, bro. He is a fucking chump. He can fight, but he's a chump. And he's a chump because instead of being a professional and making the adjustment, I'm gonna sit here and cry, and I'm gonna gesture to the judges, and I'm gonna gesture to the crowd that he's not fighting my fight. You a fucking chump for that. And guess what? The next fight, somebody gonna make him pay for that, bro. Somebody's gonna beat his ass, bro, because he played too much.
Got so many people on the YouTube and shit that follow him and show him so much love, because every time G talk, man, that shit be right on the money. I gotta be honest.
Well, because he doesn't speak too much about the politicals, and he goes and speaks about like what's really happening. You feel me? Yeah, and people want to hear that side. Nobody want to hear the political side of it. You know what I mean? But in the end of the day, as far as that's concerned with Jermaine and Tio, do you feel like Tio's looked at more like food now because of the exposure? You think? You know what I mean? The dude Jermaine went southpaw. We never went southpaw in his career for a whole fight the whole time. Showed different level. What you guys think?
Left for Tio to fight. You got Devin Haney. There's a lot of talk about this rumor that buzz shit about him and Crawford do not fight Crawford.
He not gonna fight Crawford. He never will
not fight Crawford. Him and Keyshawn going back and forth. Maybe that's just propaganda for now.
Definitely.
Who he got to fight Haney? Who is it at 140?
He got to fight Subriel Matias.
Subriel Matias, man.
He called out Subriel Matias.
And styles make fights. I feel like with Devin, it's gonna be hard for Subriel to get at him. I think at least with Tio, I think Tio could be able to. I think that's gonna be something that people can see more engagement going on.
Tio gonna be on this P's and Q's.
You're gonna see more trading. You're gonna see more. That's more exciting.
No, you're not. P's and Q's.
I know Tio gonna be on the back foot. That's for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. He's not be dumb, but he's not stupid.
He's not going to fight. Here's the thing. He's not even going to fight Subriel Matias. First of all, because you got your dad anchoring this thing for you. Your dad is not going to put you in a situation to see his son get fucked up. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be in a tough fight, and it's one thing to get fucked up. I'm not about to put my son in there to get fucked up. Here's the reason why. Subriel Matias has found out that a lot of you motherfuckers be frauding about what y'all really want to do. What I mean is, back in the day, we used to train for war. Now we train to look pretty. Now we look just to get the win. Now, what happens is is he go in there, his last fight, he let the guy throw his best shit to where we like, oh shit, this boy giving Subriel some trouble. No, he ain't, because after he done took his best punch, he walking through that shit. Now that he walking through it, dude, like, hold on. My breathing patterns ain't matching what they was matching in the gym. They not matching what it was matching in the sparring. So now I gotta get this big motherfucker off me.
You gotta though. Huh? Like if you lateral movement, box up, using angle side to side, lateral movement, Subriel not gonna catch you. Subriel feature. Man, you gotta stand there.
So you know what I love about Subriel Matias? He gonna punch you wherever he gotta punch you to calm you fuck down. So you talking about hooks to the neck, you getting punched all in your hips, you getting punched a little bit under the belt, you getting punched on your back.
You getting hit in the ear.
He not playing, bro. And that's why they're not going to take that fight with him. If Dev take that fight, Dev going to have a tough fight. But Dev, because Dev has the discipline to be like, yo, I'm going to work behind my jab. I'm going to let my jab talk. Then Dev got the best shot. But Tio going to have the discipline to be like, yo, I'm going to just stay behind my jab. He going to try to land that wide-ass right hand that he was throwing at Jermaine. He going to try to land that one-shot hook that he was trying to land against Jermaine, and Subriel gonna make you pay.
He gonna catch it. He gonna catch and he gonna shoot.
Play with him.
And he gonna keep shooting. It's
One
the truth.
Lost art that I think Devin Haney got that people don't give him credit for, and I try to teach this in the gym a lot, is like the jab and crash. Everybody jabs and then they want distance. They want to get up out of there. The best thing to do is smother the power. Go inside. And Dev will grab you a lot. He ain't gonna never let you get comfortable. That motherfucker will grab. Yeah.
The only thing about with smudging with guys like Subriel Matias, guys like Arthur Beterbiev, and guys like, Benavidez, they know how to throw these short hooks, bro, while you trying to smother, and it's so uncomfortable because they're hitting you really hard, and they're hitting you behind the ear, and there's nothing really what the ref can say because you're turning your head, and, he's going to warn you, but he's also going to warn the guy, stop turning your head too. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect yourself, bull.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll tell you.
It's a different beast getting in there with Subriel Matias. And Mark, I've been telling you this for a minute now. You know what I mean? People been just saying rock 'em, sock 'em, and I hear you. But there's different elements to boxing. There's not just the sweet science because you're still in a fight.
Yeah, for sure.
You're still in a fight.
That's what I want to see. I want to see these matchups. Is Tank included in any of these matchups at 140? I know he like to go back and forth.
When he chooses.
Three men, then Tank I always used to see Tank was a big fan of Canelo. I see Tank taking the Canelo route.
You think he's more of a fan of Canelo because of that too?
Oh no,
just knowing how to move in the boxing game as a king. Moving as a king. Do you think that Gervonta Davis admired Canelo Alvarez of how he moved towards the end of his career?
I don't see that as moving like a king. I just don't see that as moving like I think how Devin and Teofimo, I think they're moving like kings and they're fighting the top guys. You can't say the same for Gervonta Davis. You can't say the same for Canelo. Like it was always a catch weight or a hydration clause, or it wasn't a D fight you wanted to see. The other guys are putting on D fight you want to see. You understand what I'm saying? Like soon as Matias got his big win, the first thing Tio did was like, "Yo, I want Matias." You understand what I'm saying?
So do you think people wanted to see Ryan and Tank?
For popularity, for Ryan's popularity, but you can't put Ryan up there with the killers I'm talking about.
Well, he's about to fight Devin Haney now, April 20th.
About time.
That's it. Believe it or not, that's like a stay busy fight for Dev. I mean,
of course, is it a money grab?
Yeah, but it's also a stay busy to him. If you look at his last 3 fights, he fought some tough fights, and he fought all southpaws. And then here we go. I'm gonna fight Ryan Garcia. That's it's a popularity fight, but it's a stay busy fight. Tank on the same time, he like, I ain't gonna say Canelo. I think he more like Mike Tyson. What I mean by that is Mike Tyson could afford anybody. We just want to see somebody get their head ripped off. You know what I mean? And that's what Tank do. It's a 93% chance when Tank get in the ring, he gonna knock you out.
But when the Killers was around in Mike Tyson's era, he fought them. He fought the Killers.
Yeah, Mike Tyson scared of Mike.
Undisputed champ by beating everybody that was champ.
No, for sure. That's for sure. But when
Tank's not doing that. Tank fighting. They talking about Tank fighting Isaac Cruz again. What?
Yeah, but I'm saying
Isaac Cruz fighting Broly though.
Motherfuckers were scared of Mike too because we didn't get Holyfield. I'm not saying Holyfield was scared of Mike, but we didn't get Holyfield until Mike got out of jail. We didn't get Lennox Lewis until what, 2004 or some wild shit.
Mike got locked up. They were supposed to fight in 91, but Mike got locked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were supposed to fight in 91. Mike got locked up. Mike came out of jail, 95 and 96 he fought him. He came out in 95, fought him in 96.
Yeah, Tank gotta fight somebody though. I agree with that.
Tank not. And Tank done fought some guys that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Tank, what's the 147-pounder name? Not 147
Barrios.
Barrios. He fought Barrios. That was cool. It wasn't no like killer, but that was cool.
Yeah.
Feel me? Rolly was. I look at Rolly like I look at Ryan Garcia. Keep it buck.
Yeah, real shit.
I think they should fight each other.
Rolly about to fight.
They were trying to make that happen.
Rolly about to fight Cruz. That's gonna be a good fight. Yeah, Styles make fights, and I got Cruz.
I got Cruz too.
Who you got, Mark? Who you got?
It's a tough one. Rolly got that power as a big dude, but yeah, I want to see how that one go down. That's interesting right there. Why Tank not fighting these killers? Why Tank not fighting? Why Tank not? Yo, Devin Haney, let's get it popping. I'm next. All right, Shakur. All right, Tiafimo. All right, Josh Taylor. All right, like, you know what I'm saying? Why?
Because they what they trying to do is make him appear to be larger than life, and they getting his knockout and keeping them knockouts going because that's what people pay for. People pay to come see blood and watch niggas get knocked out, and that's what Tank gonna do. They know if Tank fight Shakur, he might win, but he not gonna get the knockout. If he fight Dev, he might win, but he not gonna get the knockout.
He gonna knock out Regis.
Yeah,
that one. He gonna knock out Regis.
Yeah, but who really want to see him fight Regis? Nobody really want to see him fight Regis. You know what I mean? We talking about the fights we want to see.
That want to see.
Yeah.
Same with Tiafimo. If Tiafimo, like, he can fight Tiafimo, I don't know how that fight will go.
I think he'd knock Tiafimo out.
Might be, probably. Yeah, I mean, Tiafimo, it depends on who you like. Niggas fight different depending on who in front of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Niggas like who in front like, oh shit.
Sometimes they bring the best out of you.
They got Tank on some Michael Jackson shit though. They trying to make him appear to be larger than life.
Yes.
I'm bad.
Yeah. That's my idol, Michael Jackson. Just so you know. No, for real, that's dead ass my idol. I know the guy that grab work from.
Michael bad motherfucker.
That's my idol, my nigga. My idol. Oh, yeah, it's Michael Jackson to this day. That's nobody inspired me more in my life than Michael Jackson. That's my idol, my nigga.
He said inspired me. Mine is Rick James.
Yeah, Rick James. Rick James. Yo, that's a funky motherfucker. Yo, Rick James. Gee, that sound about right.
Yeah, that's my nigga, Rick James.
I think, man, I know Tyson Fury don't want that smoke.
Woohoo!
I don't know about that cut.
Woohoo! With who?
With Usyk.
He gonna beat Usyk ass.
You're crazy.
Nah, Usyk gonna get him.
Man,
crazy. Where do you think the cut come from?
The cut came from an elbow, as with the. But listen, I'm gonna say.
All right, so why spawn another heavyweight like that, sparring with no headgear, knowing your eyes already tender because all the while and cut your
He had a headgear on.
Hey, dig this here, man. I get motherfuckers want to see Tyson Fury go down and all that, but we gotta pay respect where it's due. The motherfucker's still one of the best skilled heavyweights in the world. He one of the biggest. He gonna beat the shit out of Usyk, bro.
Nah.
He's about to get his ass boxed.
Nah. Hey, man. Hey, Eric Kelly, you bet them chains you got on, and you bet them glasses.
Trust me. I will, bro. Trust me.
Let me tell you how this goes.
He don't love the sport no more.
Tyson Fury been outboxing everybody.
You about to get outboxed.
Against niggas that can't box. So he looked like a great boxer against Wilder, against whoever else he fought. He looked like an amazing boxer. But when you get against a nigga that can box, like Usyk, it's now that's boxing.
So what's gonna happen when you throw that right uppercut, punch Usyk there in his stomach?
Usyk gonna be there for that shit. Usyk is an angle fighter.
He couldn't get away from Dubois.
Usyk is an angle fighter.
Yeah, but Dubois put that uppercut on his stomach.
Dubois dropped him with that shit.
Yeah,
Dubois lightly.
You think Dubois punching? I think Dubois punching way more than Fury.
Oh yeah, you get probably yeah. Smoking that good shit.
You crazy.
I thought Subriel Miller was gonna pack him
up. I think Fury got great punch placement, but you talk about power. Come on, get out of here.
No, you smoking good weed.
You crazy.
I'm gonna tell you why. This man 6'9", he walking around averaging 320 pounds. Is you crazy? All he gotta do is touch you. He ain't gotta do nothing. All he gotta do is touch you. 300 pounds.
I understand that.
Yeah, nigga, and that's being in there with a football player. That's a lineman. That's a fucking offensive tackle.
Yo, bro.
But nah.
Yo, bro, we've.
Is you crazy? That's crazy. That's a fucking what?
Yeah, I feel like he gotta carry more of that like dead weight more than anything else. That the actual, muscle of the punch than anything else.
That shit might work against him against Usyk because Usyk know how
makes his feet slower. Makes his feet slower. He got a nice little upper body movement, which is cool.
We're not talking about muscle. We talking about kilos, man. If it's heavy, it's heavy, man. What the fuck? We talking about
kilograms. That means that you got to deal with all that weight in training camp at the age that you're at. There's a lot to it.
Young man. Usyk not a young man.
He's more fit.
Usyk is like 36 and he ain't no fucking fit.
He's actually older than that, and he's more fit. He's more fit than Tyson Fury any day.
Y'all keep sleeping on Tyson Fury, man.
Let's see how he lives. Let's see how disciplined he is outside the ring. Maybe.
And remember, Usyk is another one of them niggas like Tio. He be doing a lot of dancing and shit, playing around.
Yeah.
He be at the discos and shit.
Heavyweight shit. I'm still stuck in Holyfield and what's the name? Riddick Bowe. Riddick, there you go.
Yeah, that's how big this fight is. It goes all the way down to there.
It do. Okay.
Since 30 years. 30 years ago, bro.
I thought Riddick Bowe was gonna be the best thing since sliced bread. The skills was there. Little did I know that one night against Holyfield was his last great night.
Hell yeah.
That one night. I was at that fight.
Holyfield made him put out everything, too. He had to pull all the tools out.
He had to pull everything out. Holyfield took that knee. But in round 11, I think that was, he hit Holyfield with that uppercut. Woo! I said, that's like one of the best rounds in heavyweight boxing. One of the best rounds in heavyweight boxing, man.
Yeah.
History of heavyweight boxing. That round 11 was crazy.
But just imagine how good Holyfield was that, he beat Mike Tyson. I know people going to say he didn't beat the best Mike Tyson, but he was involved with that fight with Riddick Bowe. Then he goes back and does it with Lennox Lewis. Obviously doesn't win the fight, but still staying at that level for such a long time and then being the man undisputed before that at cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Man,
Michael Moore and
gold medalist. The dude was just the man.
Yeah. Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
Real deal.
Him, like, that motherfucker's a killer, man. I love him. He one of my favorite. Him, Foreman, Ali. They like my favorite heavyweights. Holyfield, Foreman, Ali.
And guess who's not a heavyweight that cooked the shit out of Holyfield?
You already know who cooked the shit out of Holyfield. James
Lights up, baby.
Nigga, Holyfield was done by this.
And then he goes, it was easy.
That was 20 years after Holyfield tried to quit.
He still whooped that ass.
He whooped that ass, though. Nigga, I'm going to give you that. Yo, I'm going to keep it 100. He put hands and feet on that nigga.
Is that what you mean by weight? Is that what you mean by weight, Greg? It weights weight.
But the reason I bring that fight up, because this motherfucker turned pro at 160. So to come all the way up to heavyweight, even though it was later for James Toney too. James Toney wasn't no kid. You know what I'm saying?
James Toney wasn't no kid at all.
He was an old man, so for him to do him how he did him, that shit was nasty.
Yeah.
His skills were well over his time.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
But who you guys have on that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight? Then how does it go down? Get more specific then.
I'm gonna box the shit out of that nigga.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. Dev gotta control him with that jab, because one thing he gonna look for, Ryan. When Dev fire that right hand, Ryan gonna look to counter with that left hook, and Dev gotta be careful because that left hook is mean. You can't try to bullshit. Even though Ryan Garcia is like an anime character, but he really sock the shit out you. So that left hook, he gotta watch that on the way in. You know what I'm saying? He gotta make sure he chooses his shots wisely, which I think he will. His IQ is a lot higher than Ryan's. You know what I mean? But Ryan still is a dangerous man. I think Ryan should have took one more fight with somebody else before this one, but I still like the fight.
I got knocked out by that same left hook before. Not through the right hand, like you described it. Nigga came over with the left hook.
Yeah.
Curtis Stevens, you remember Curtis Stevens?
Oh yeah, he punch a motherfucker. I sparred Curtis Stevens before.
So you know how that go, yeah.
No, I don't know how shit go. I was getting up out of there.
No,
Hey, if you know me, you know I'm slippery. I'm getting up out of there because I can see centimeters. You hear me? I'm moving in small centimeters. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Oh man, yeah, nigga clipped me with that same shit. Oh fuck.
No, that motherfucker could punch though. No, I ain't gonna lie. So he was getting ready for Golovkin. And they was like, yo, Curtis Stevens, this is last sparring session. They paying like $300. So I'm like, how many rounds? They're like 6 rounds. I'm like, I'll go box the nigga. So I go up there. This shit was on the fly too.
Yeah.
I go box this nigga, right? So
you came to Brooklyn?
No, they was in PA in the mountains.
Okay.
So just like Eric Kelly said, I put a right hand out there, and the motherfucker threw a hook, but it hit me like in the back of my jaw. And I said, yo, and I felt that shit. I said, man, this motherfucker, I ain't letting you touch me with this shit no more. And then when I said I got slippery,
nigga hit me an inch higher. The back of the jaw, nigga hit me in the temple an inch higher. It was over. Yo, you could have counted to 500, nigga. It was over. It was over, nigga.
500.
That shit was crazy.
Hey yo, so with this fight with Ryan and Haney, yo, you would have to say the hand speed. I would have to give it to Ryan. What you think?
Yeah, Ryan got fast ass hands.
He got good speed. The problem is, again, these guys get used to people standing there. Dev is fast on his feet. So his hands may appear to be faster. It really don't matter who got the faster hands in this fight. It's going to be timing. It's going to come down to timing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's coming down to.
Then that's gonna be Devin all day. Talking about timing. that goes back to the IQ is you can have all the elements, but when you gonna do it? So it's gonna come down right to the timing. That starts with the IQ. You gotta be in and out.
Lions Den, thank you for the $5. Dev finesses Ryan. He's going to box circles around Ryan. 12-0 shut up, unanimous decision. Dev and Dev's biggest paycheck. Thank you, Lions Den.
It's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight. Sometimes fights like this go turn boxing around. It's a dangerous fight because, like they say, one punch change all that shit. That boy he whipped that hook. That motherfucker got a shoulder snap out of this world. So that ain't bullshit. Be dead. Don't be in there on some. I told you I was better than you type shit. No ego shit.
So we going speed and power. Ryan, better IQ. Devin with the better feet that could be able to possibly set those traps that he wants. That could probably. I feel like he'll be very successful with that.
Ask y'all a question. I think this is a great question for y'all. Y'all can answer how y'all want. If y'all was training Ryan Garcia, knowing he got a great left hook, he got the attributes. He tall, he rangy, he's fast. How would y'all train him to have his best chance against Devin? What would you be telling him? What to do, what not to do? For me, he punching a lot of jabs.
I'll tell you the Ryan roll. The Ryan roll got to be out of there right away. First of all.
So you saying box with both hands up, or
yeah. Keep your hands up, cause Devin gonna go over the top on your jab if you don't. You know what I mean? Like you guys said, timing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying straight up that you can't see any hooks coming around you and nothing like that, but you know what I mean? But just don't do any of that Ryan shoulder roll stuff, because that's not gonna do good for Devin's gonna.
You gotta throw a lot of jabs and punch.
How about this? Did Derek James got enough time this time for Devin Haney? That's what's really. Yeah. And do you guys think they mesh well together? Because I don't think they do.
For me, Mark, it'll start at the feet. You know what I mean? What I would have him doing is stepping in and stepping out. That old school tick, back and forth, in and out on your toes. Behind that, I need a nice sturdy jab. Not a fast jab. I need something sturdy that he gonna respect. But I don't want him to overstep. I don't want him to jump in too far with the jab. Just make sure that's a nice stiff jab when you give it out. Another thing is when you in and out, we gonna be randomly firing that right hand. You know what I mean? So the same way you lead with the jab, we're going to lead with the right hand sometimes. We're going to try to bait him into that hook and bait him into that uppercut. You know what I mean? And keep your chin tucked, keep your hands up high. Like Mill City said, leave that shoulder roll shit alone. We're not even going to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? And try to keep the high position. When y'all do get inside, don't end up under him. You know what I'm saying? You stay up high, you wrap him up, turn him. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you something real quick, though? With the first thing you said with the tick, with your feet with the tick, why would you want to do that with a guy that, and I know you're trying to, why would you want Devin to find a rhythm of while you're taking slow steps while Devin has the faster steps?
No. I said Ryan with the tick. I want Ryan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if you moving slow and you letting Dev do what he do, then you letting Dev pick up your time.
Why wouldn't you want him to pivot? Why wouldn't you want to just pivot in the front foot and just tick with your upper body and find Devin's timing?
Because a pivot is not guaranteed every time. A pivot, if anybody will tell you a pivot, you're not going to pivot every time somebody throws some shit or do something.
But if Ryan is the bigger puncher and he's stepping to Dev,
yeah,
why wouldn't he want to pivot with his front foot and keep stalking him instead of trying to match him laterally?
Run that shit because he's gonna get cracked. He's gonna get exactly. He's gonna run into some shit. You got to remember, Dev is the same height as Ryan in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ryan, when we see Ryan walk guys down, those guys is just too small. Not small as in height, they small as in size too. They just too small. You know what I'm saying? Ryan not gonna just.
So you're not going to the Canelo approach. You're not going the fuck no.
He's not Canelo.
Right.
I want him on his toes so that he throw a Devin rhythm off. You know what I'm saying? He can't pick up your timing if you on your toes.
Yo, what time is the Super Bowl?
I don't know. That shit corny though.
Yeah, but with those slow feet, and I find his ticking time and his range, it's gonna be a bad night for him too.
Yeah, but you saying that because that's what we watching him do. We saying his feet slow because nobody never taught him. You know what I mean? You got to teach these dudes. If you're not teaching them shit, they gonna keep going in there doing the same shit.
I'm not being funny when I say this. I'm being honest. Ryan Mexican. A lot of them got slow feet.
Yeah, because nobody not teaching them how to use their feet.
Now, do you think that's just a thing? Like they don't teach that, or do you think that's just that's just that demographic?
I think it's just not being taught because at the end of the day, the fight. All right, so if you pay attention to most fights going to slow down anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to a point where we start working.
Yeah.
And so I believe in that culture when they teaching boxing, the feet, so much feet work is not being taught because at the end of the day, this shit gonna slow down anyway. If you go to the body, like I tell you, his legs gonna slow down anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why we not seeing too many dancers when it comes to the Mexican style.
Because when I look at the Mexican style, I'm like, damn, none of them was really. I mean, some of them had decent feet work, but none of them was really good with the feet work. All the way back to Chavez to Oscar De La Hoya had decent feet work, but you know, most of them that had.
Nah, De La Hoya had some good footwork.
Huh?
De La Hoya had some good footwork.
Yeah, he had some good decent footwork. Oscar, one of my favorite fighters of all time. He in my top 5.
But that's the tick I'm talking about. Oscar used to fight off his toes.
Even Marquez's footwork wasn't too bad either.
It was decent. It was.
Yeah, it was. It's a little less than De La Hoya.
Oscar used to catch you from bouncing in and out. Oscar, if you watch old Oscar De La Hoya, he used to bounce in and out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he'd catch you off a down. Boop, boop, catch you with a 1-2. Shit like that.
Salvador Sanchez.
Yeah, he could box.
Box.
Shit, one of my favorite Mexican fighters was Panchito Bajado. He used to fight on ESPN.
That boy, my guy.
Yeah.
My guy Bajado. He was coming out the Olympics and whatnot. He was doing real good.
Yeah, I think he just had some shit going on outside the ring.
So you guys think that Zab's on my live. He's saying that Dev is gonna walk down Ryan Garcia. You guys see that too?
Walk down.
I say after 5 rounds, I can see that.
You can see after 5.
Like that as I would say after 8. I think 5 too fresh.
I say after 5.
I'm gonna say after 8.
What do you and why and how does it get there? Coming.
That left hook is coming, and he throwing that motherfucker with vengeance. He wanna, you know, and the hook coming. If he in shape, he in shape. He doing what he's supposed to do.
Did y'all see the amateur fight?
Yeah, I saw a couple of them.
You see Ryan trying to time that left hook, to counter Haney's jab. You know he caught Haney.
More of a different Devin than it is. That was a much different Devin. Not too much of a different Ryan, but that was a much different Devin. So the fight not gonna look nowhere near like that.
Because Devin got so much better.
Yeah, that was like not. You know what I'm saying? Ryan done improved a bit too, but that was a much different Devin.
Mm. What are the chances of a knockout?
I say 30% chance on both sides.
Yeah, and they're both sides equal?
Yeah, about 30% chance on both sides.
I feel like you're gonna get a different Devin Haney this fight because just watching Bill's post, I think he said bloodbath. Right? And I feel like they're gonna really get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's gonna try to prove a point, Devin.
You know what I see though, and I've been saying this, and you see this in history of boxing. It could just be another promotional stunt where they don't even fight. Period. Like they wait a month from now, and then they say, "Oh, Ryan hurt his third purple bone in sparring." Same shit. the fight is delayed to September. Yeah. It's something like I think the shit got made way too fast. I don't even see it got made fast.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Yep.
Because they say in April 20th.
I prefer to see Ryan and Rolly anyway. That's a good one. I want to see Ryan Rolly. I would love to see that one before I saw Ryan and Devin. That's a good one. Might see. So, that's what I'm saying. This fight probably won't even go down. You probably will see that one. So never lie. I prefer to see Ryan Rolly. I think we is gonna get the fight, and then I think we're gonna get the winner out of Ryan and Dev. We're gonna get the winner out of Pitbull Cruz and Rudy. That's what I think. So we're gonna Pitbull. So we're gonna get Pitbull versus Dev. We're gonna get Pitbull versus Dev. That's how that's gonna go. And
Smash that like button.
Dev's gonna box the shit out of Pitbull. Question: so what's next? What's next for Jerron Boots Ennis, man? I'm getting impatient. I need to see a decent matchup, man. I don't know if that's at 54 or something. 11. What's going on, man? This man gotta unleash these talents, man. These skills. Like somebody gotta stand in front of that shit that we can. I want to fight Rashidi Ellis. Be a good fight. Rashidi Ellis. And Ryan, and not Ryan, but Boots Ennis. That'd be a real good fight. I mean, if you put Rashidi Ellis in there with Boots right now, that's equivalent to putting cheese, eggs, pancakes, beef bacon in front of me, a platter. Why he gonna eat Rashidi? Don't move, my nigga. Rashidi can fight, but Rashidi after going through that traumatic experience with what's the name?
It was not that dramatic. Stop it.
No, it was very traumatic.
Here we go.
And then for Boots to do what he did to Villa, and that's the man
that was dramatic. That was dramatic.
What I'm saying is Villa closed the fight in the last 2 rounds, knocked him down like 3 times, and then
2 times.
Boots go in there and destroy. Boots didn't destroy Villa. Boots beat him, but he didn't destroy him.
Yeah. He doesn't want to admit that Rashidi beat Villa, but it's all good.
You know what time it is.
He knows what time it is. Yeah. He shouldn't have been on that time. He shouldn't have been on the time because I think Boots really needed that fight. You know what I mean? I think people wanted to see something like that. I think people wouldn't have had no excuses.
How come I can't see the comments?
You can't?
Nah.
No way. You can't either, Mark?
Last thing I see is hello from Uzbekistan. I see the comments. My man Ringside Feek said Ellis would be sleeping 3 rounds or less. Comments up there.
I can hear. I understand with the sleep situation, but damn, he said like a platter. Like,
wow.
He said like a platter.
Regardless, it's still to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? A good name for Boots. If Rashidi win, it'd be a good name for Rashidi. It might be closer than we're expecting. I think we disrespecting Rashidi.
I think that he has a great footwork and he can oppose different angles that kind of like what Karen did. You know what I'm saying? But if Boots does find that rhythm and that timing like we spoke upon, I mean, it could get dramatic. It's true.
Right.
It could get dramatic, but I'm with you, Kelly. It's not that easy though. It's
not gonna be that easy.
Yeah, Villa was there. Villa was there to take, to get punishment taken, and we haven't even heard from Villa since, which is crazy.
Nah, we haven't. That's interesting.
Yeah, we haven't heard.
I wonder what's next for him.
Hopefully,
I would love for Rashidi to get that rematch.
Thank you. I need that too for my boy.
Yeah, and then that's going. And then if he win that, you got a rubber match. You know what I'm saying? Unless he stop him or some shit.
I hear it. We got Lorenzo coming in. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Also become a member. It's pinned into the comments. We got over 143 people on the live. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen.
I only see 52 people on the live.
Because I'm on Instagram and on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So everybody on my YouTube's listening to the audio.
I love it. I got a I don't know if I like the YouTube yet, Mill City, but I will.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. What, as far as for you?
No, I'm saying for your YouTube, Mill City.
Yeah.
I don't know if I subscribed to it yet, but I will today. I don't know if I have subscribed yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But when we get off this, I'm gonna subscribe.
Appreciate you, my guy. Eric Kelly in the building. Make sure each and every single one of y'all subscribe to the channel as well. And once again,
Hey, I want to quickly say, we was talking about the 140 division. As you know, I have a player in the game in that division right now.
You know, I've been seeing you have one of my Puerto Rican brothers. Talk to me about how that became. You know, you're working with Joseph Adorno right now. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely.
How did that relationship become?
Well, just got a call out of the blue, man. Me being me, just being in the gym, keeping my head down, working, learning, teaching. A call just came about 3 weeks ago saying, "Man, scientist, how would you like to get back in the pro game?" And I'm like, "It'd be good. What we talking?" They said, "Well, we got Joseph Adorno sitting right there, but it's some things that he needs to work on, and we feel like down boxing, we think you can help you." So it was a shock. I ain't gonna lie, it was a shock to get that call. But at the same time, I feel like I put in enough work. I've been around some of the best. So we just gonna see if the chemistry is there. He's loving it. So far, so good. He's loving it. He's telling me it's things he never worked on, never was taught, which I'm shocked about. But I think with his power, the fact that he got power, we just working on things, all the weaknesses, fuck the strengths. He got a great left hook. I'm not worrying about the left hook. I believe he got a great jab. Let's get back to jabbing and movement. So we doing things in the gym, man, that's been good. I want him to have fun. You see what he did was he put way more hands on Jermaine Ortiz than Teofimo did. Way more.
Lorenzo's audio, he's out in the open in the public, so I want the YouTube to get the audio. But Lorenzo, when you're like, you know, not around people and stuff, we'll definitely tap you in. But so yeah, I'm happy about that. I was actually happy to see that you know, you got that call, and I seen you guys were working on the jab, and I'm happy for you. Hopefully you can continue to you know, build that that fighter, man. I would love to see you know, him come back. Now you mentioned 140. He's trying to continue to be at 140.
Yeah.
Shit.
135 is still available, so I believe.
Yeah, is there like can you guys speak upon this, like as coaches? Like, do you guys advise the train, you know, your fighters to, you know, hey, I think, you know, you could be a real contender here at 135, and or is the smoke too much at 135 as far as technical aspect?
I don't think it's that. I think.
Hold on one second, just to fill in Greg. So Greg, I don't know if you noticed, but Mark just started working with Joseph Adorno, so he's speaking upon how they you know, got together, and yeah. So take it away, Mark.
Yeah, weight wise, I don't think it's that. From what I'm hearing, it's just it gets tough for him when he gets down to having to cut those last like 3 pounds to get back to 35. He can make it. He can make it, but it's just tougher. He's only 24 years old. But I think with him, the fact that he has that crack, that power that can change fights, that even at 40, again, we seen what he did with Jermaine Ortiz. He really put hands on Jermaine Ortiz. He did a way better job of touching him and hurting him than Teofimo did. So my job right now is to make him forget about his power. We trying to work on everything but the power. I'm trying to get him back to, yo, you got a beautiful jab. You got footwork. Your footwork better than a lot of these fighters' footwork.
My bad. Let me get these call-ins to get the. Sorry about that. You know the Instagram only gives you an hour, so I'm gonna be tapping these guys in once again. Sorry about that, guys. Smash that like button for me, ladies and gentlemen. For the people that are on the live, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get everybody back on. Okay. See if E. Kelly want to come back on. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone on the YouTube, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. E, you got tapped out?
Yeah.
Word.
I'm back.
So talk to me, man. Haney and Garcia. In your eyes, right? You think we could possibly get a surprise, or it's just exactly how you see it?
Exactly how I see it. I got Devin Haney. I mean, obviously those two are very familiar with one another. They fought sometimes in the amateurs. I just right now, what I'm seeing more from Devin Haney than I am seeing from Ryan Garcia. I'm seeing more adjustments being made by Haney. I'm seeing better boxing IQ by Haney, and Haney being there with the better fighters. You understand what I'm saying? I think Haney is doing everything he's supposed to do as a champion. You know what I'm saying? And I see Ryan Garcia getting in where he fit in.
I like it. I like that take. Yeah, I definitely agree. So my bad, Mark. We got cut off. You were speaking. We were speaking upon Joseph Adorno. I know that you were saying that you're fixing certain things. You were speaking upon the Jermaine Ortiz fight, how well he did. But I really got to be a critique. His last fight with Edwin De Los Santos. I bet against my brother Jermaine Joseph Adorno because I kind of knew what Edwin brought to the table. And it kind of showed a lot. Actually, we actually thought that it was going to be worse than what it was. Actually, Edwin stayed outboxing Joseph Adorno, which we didn't get to see that side of Edwin. So talk to me. I mean, what did you see in that fight that you could really make those certain adjustments for Joseph Adorno?
Well, I can't give everything away. But,
Facts.
The pedigree is there. I mean, he had amateur background. Then he's just been in there with the best. I'm kind of looking at it like, they threw him in there back to back with some tremendous fighters, D-level, pushing A-level class fighters. They put him in there rough, like kind of B-sided him. So the promotional company he's with now, Pro Box TV, I think these 4 fights that they gave him, we just want to show some different things. Getting back on the A side. Now he's the A side. So we're going to get decent opponents. We're looking at people like Deno. The next fight may be Nicholas Walters.
Okay.
The accident. I'm thinking the contract is getting ready to get signed for March 27th. We'll be in Plant City, Florida.
Salute to Jackie Hernandez. Thank you for the $20, girl. Appreciate you. Another member of Mill City Boxing.
Oh, that's dope. Salute. So just getting him back happy, getting him back believing in the skills, man. Like I said, stop being so one-trick pony with the hook. Getting back to the jab, getting back to side movements. But it's just a lot of things that I see in him that I was able to pick up on right away. He told me, like, coach, believe it or not, I never learned these things. I got to this level of boxing without really learning how to box. Like, man, we can go on and on. Maybe off the live, I'll tell you more about it. But I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see him back on the A side. Just setting up shit off his box. Power come naturally, but not throwing the hook from round 1 to round 8. round 10 or round 12, but using it side to side movement, lateral movement, a little bit better because I told him it's not going to all come this next fight. The things that I'm teaching is not going to happen in 2 months, so we got to develop a lot. But we moving in the right direction. It's good so far.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to see that. Were you able to see the fight Kelly with Joseph Adorno and Edwin De Los Santos?
Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the fight.
You know who we're speaking upon though, Joseph Adorno?
Yeah, I know Joseph Adorno, I know De Los Santos. Yeah, but I didn't get to see the fight.
Okay.
Two good fighters. I didn't get to see the fight.
What do you guys think about Pro Box TV and what can it do for boxing right now? I mean, I like that they're.
I like Pro Box.
Me too. I'm gonna add another caller in, Lorenzo.
Let me tell you something. Paul Maliaji, I love Paul Maliaji. Go ahead. Paul Maliaji, one of my best friends. I don't know if you all know that.
Paulie?
Paul Maliaji, that's one of my best friends. I love that motherfucker. You was good, gentlemen.
What's going on, Lorenzo?
Man, I got a couple minutes before I get to church, so I just want to chime in right quick.
Cool.
Coach Mark, man, congratulations, you know what I'm saying, on that new signing.
Appreciate that, Coach.
I think he said the smartest thing that a lot of fighters and coaches need to understand, especially spectators, that when you acquire a new fighter to your stable, they do not pick up on your teachings and can implement them within like the first two to three fights. You know what I'm saying? Right. It takes a while to manifest. So whoever views it from the outside perspective understand, they'll say, oh, Mark didn't make any adjustments. No, he made adjustments. It's just that it's hard to break those bad habits and what they resort to effective immediately. You know what I'm saying? He could be in the lab as a mad scientist teaching them the correct things. So when you said that, I just want viewers to understand it. And then to touch base on something else. Oh, yeah, and if you ever need that work, let me know, man. We'll fly out there, you feel me, and give you some rounds, whatever you need. But on top of that, I think that I'm going to lead in a different direction with Ryan. I think Ryan stops Devin.
I like it. Talk to me.
The reason being is because it's so overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And the element of surprise is something that we're taking off of the table. I think that we are downplaying the Derek James brilliancy, you know what I'm saying, and what he's established, not only in the ring as a fighter, but as a coach. You know what I'm saying? There was a moment when Derek James was Coach of the Year, and this is roughly a little bit over a year now that Ryan and Derek James have been together. And I think this is when we start to see what Mark said, the teachings come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time that I'm going to start to see the embodiment of when Ryan Garcia becomes the avatar of Derek James. You know what I'm saying?
I think Devin Haney gonna box the shit out of it.
And I concur that he can do. I'm not saying that that Devin can't outbox him, that he doesn't have a higher IQ. But see, the thing is that so many people equate IQ, OG, to like, oh, you can't learn anymore. No, people are forever learning, so your IQ continues to evolve. So I do believe
about the footwork, the lack of footwork.
Oh yeah, James Toney had one hell of a waist, but he didn't have the most amazing footwork now.
Nah, he didn't.
But Ryan Garcia ain't no damn fucking James Toney either.
No. But what I'm trying to say, I know, but listen to what I'm saying though. What I'm trying to say though is that he had great waist movement and head movement, great hand defense. But what I'm trying to say is that the footwork is very important for an athletic individual that can sustain that throughout the rounds and knows how to manipulate his way throughout the rounds. But if Derek James can teach him to stand on the stilts that he does and utilize his defense and teach him how to improve the Ryan role, you get what I'm saying?
Well, peep game, Lorenzo. I got here HLD. Haney versus Garcia will be like Haney versus Linares on repeat. What you think?
And it's possible. It's possible.
Good fight. That was a good fight.
Yeah, because we're downplaying.
Because Linares was quick with his combinations. Yeah. He was quick.
And we know Ryan's faster than Linares. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he's taller. So I'm playing like I always do. I always play the devil's advocate, but sensibly as a coach. Mills, he said, what would you do as a coach in order to teach Ryan at this time? I would take Ryan for everything that he has, and I would teach him
3 specific things, and that's all I could teach him in this specific moment if we had to fight against Devin this fast. I would teach him the right hand counter because you know how Devin likes to jab that body. So I'd teach him how to counter that right hand over the top. All right, because Ryan rarely throws his right, so I would get him used to it by tying up that left hand in camp. I would tie it to his waist and tell him, no, you're going to shoot that right hand because he doesn't shoot it the way he's supposed to. I would teach him the right hand counter, not the left hook counter, because he does that too much. That's obvious. Then I would teach Ryan a thing called intelligent confidence. You get what I'm saying? To where he understands that you bleed like him, you train like him, you have more speed than him, you have certain attributes. Now you just have to believe in that, because when you have that self-belief and you go in there and you show Devin that you have the ability to not be afraid of his tangibilities, then you'll send Devin back to the corner thinking like, damn, Ryan does believe in himself. This isn't going to be as easy as I thought it was. Because when you give Devin the confidence, he automatically will rule you. You get what I'm saying? So I'll teach him intelligent confidence on how to be aware. When he's sparring, when he's working the ring, I would tell him, speak to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Continuously talk to yourself mentally. I got this. Nope. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'd give him that essence of confidence. And then the third thing I would teach him is this, is that you have to learn how to reset. Every time you get jabbed, every time you get hit clean, do not count that. Just like a quarterback that throws an interception, get right back underneath the center, baby. You feel me? Don't allow the stage to overwhelm you. Because they're going to do a lot, but just stick to your game plan. You feel me? And have confidence in yourself. And if you do say you're a believer in Christ, keep it simple, baby. So those are the 3 things that I would teach. I wouldn't make it too difficult for him. And I would just raise his IQ by a couple percentages and hope that he has the puncher's chance and the ability to execute it. That's it that I would do.
How do you raise someone's IQ in a training camp?
The way you raise people's IQ isn't so much by like watching film. The way you raise a person's IQ is by first and foremost acknowledging who they are and allowing that person to look in the mirror first and foremost and have Ryan sit there and write himself out a notation in a book about who he believes he is and the man that he wants to become. So allow him to break down his individual mindset first and foremost. Because when you acknowledge who you are, your flaws and your capabilities, then you look at it and it becomes tangible. And then when you become self-aware, you can eventually then write down a plan of where you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? So I would do that first to raise his IQ. It would have to start with self. The second thing I would do, I would then ask him with every punch that's in boxing, listed 1 through 7 or 1 through 8, whatever numbers you guys want to give the punches. And I would say, okay, tell me what the benefit of each punch is for. What is the right hook for? What is the left uppercut for? The lead. What is the rear uppercut for? What is the left hook for? And I would have him write me a brief summary of what each punch is for. And I would have him break it down.
Let me get these guys. Let me get these guys to chime in on what you're saying, so that way we can. I see Kelly is nodding his head. Counterpunch, Kelly.
Nah, listen. No disrespect, because people got different styles. But you said write a summary. Like you are who you are. You're not changing. And no 6-8 week training camp, 2 years training with whoever. Like you are who you are. You can make small adjustments. You can do things. And in terms of the confidence, that's there, but that's there or it's not there. The confidence is there or it's not there. It's there. I'm telling you, it's confidence. That's not true. Nah. Let me tell you. Listen. You can take a fighter that has not been properly nurtured. Remember, I asked Bill this. If a tree is not bearing fruit, is it the tree's fault or is it the soil? If we're not trees. You will evolve. We're not talking about the trees. Yeah, we are. We're talking about Ryan evolving as an individual. He's a young-minded that has not been molded the proper way because he had his dad in his corner. He had many coaches. This is the first time that I've seen him actually be with a coach longer than his father. There's boxing, not agriculture. There's boxing, not agriculture. No, but it is. Boxing is agriculture. Boxing is culture. Boxing is everything. It's everything. Culture, so what I'm trying to say is that it's fight culture. It's fight culture. At the end of the day, I could teach him something physical, but you're talking about his IQ. His IQ has to do with his mental intelligence. So I'm teaching him intelligence first, building blocks of intelligence before I could teach him the physicality. to implement. See, intelligence. Yeah, I think. All right, watch this. No, intelligence. Like I said to your female, there's two different things. Though. There's knowledge. There's knowledge, and then there's intelligence. Let me teach you the difference. Knowledge is the stored information. Intelligence is the implication of that intelligence, which equates to your IQ. So what I would do is make sure that he stores the information first and foremost. Then I would teach him how to implement that. See, not everyone can just get taught in the ring. There's people that get taught audibly, with sight, and physicality. So I would break down those barriers and I would study my fighter and figure out which way he learns best. And then when I do so, then I will implement the proper IQ. So many people think that there's only one way to skin the cat.
But Derek James had already had one fight with Ryan, so that chemistry of believing gotta already be there.
Did you see him improve though? Because we all did.
I mean, who's everybody? Who's all?
Anyone with an IQ could see that Ryan did go out there and he was throwing punches and bunches. He wasn't afraid.
He came out with a Ryan roll.
Yes, and that's okay. And
he came out of that. He came out of a Ryan roll with in the hands of Derek James.
1,000%. But
Derek James didn't want that to happen, and he's not listening.
You're correct. You're correct, and that's what happens a lot of times. Let me tell your fighter. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
I think that's the thing. We still trying to find out, is Ryan even coachable? I think you make a good point. Some people believe that kid is not even coachable, man. He's too caught up in one of his feet is in boxing, and the other shit is definitely in this
Instagram shit.
Play around, I already got money, I'm comfortable. It's like the talent is there, but we don't know what's registered with him. It has yet to be seen if he's taking this shit serious enough, because we know Derek James don't teach no guy shoulder roll. And no, we don't, and that's the thing. And see, when you guys, all right, if you have followed Ryan Garcia, Ryan or Derek James don't even teach feet.
That's another thing. Like, it was like Frank Martin's feet was because of him playing football and wrestling and all this other shit. You know.
So now let's downplay Derek James.
I mean, I'm not Derek James. I'm not downplaying, because I don't know if he teaches feet. Charlo's feet's not too bad. They're not great.
This much before Earl Spence got his ass whooped, everybody was doing chin-ups on Derek James shit. So let's not act like he wasn't him. When you say everybody, who was everybody? About Earl Spence being pound for pound.
Yeah, but yeah.
When you say everybody,
yeah, that's
everybody was mentioning Derek James and Earl Spence being pound for pound welterweight. And we wasn't doing I wasn't doing it. Was you doing it, Bills?
Yo, you already know how I felt about Errol Spence. I thought he was just no flavor. Noodles with no flavor.
I was giving respect to Derek James and Earl Spence. And we was doing that. We gonna give them respect, but we wasn't like, we didn't see no like shit that was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Now,
and that's another thing. Derek James hasn't even molded a fighter from scratch yet, so I can't even. How am I supposed to judge you? I could judge Mad because I seen what Future looked like. I could say that.
Is he an A-level coach, B-level, C-level? What is he? He's an A-level coach.
I mean, he's in that. He's fighting on the A-level, like on that tier.
No, A-level coach. But styles make fights. And they're a perfect matchup. So what are you talking about? Nah, because I know what you're talking about. If Brian and Devin don't make it.
All right? So now this is you. What you have to look at it is like, what's the measurements of an A-level coach in your eyes? Now you got to look at it like that too.
Okay.
Now are you going off of accomplishments between numerous of fighters? One fighter. A lot of people don't give Freddie Roach his props because it's just Pacquiao, and Pacquiao was just a nut.
So are you stating that Derek James isn't an A-level coach then?
No, I'm not. My question is, how do you go?
Styles make fights with certain fighters. If he is an A-level coach, then you have to entrust in him that hopefully he's going to be able to execute it. Now, when I came in here, I said that when you are an A-level coach and you have a fighter in your stable, what you will do is teach them your philosophy. Now, whether it sticks to him or not, I'm banking that Derrick James will eventually break through to Ryan Garcia and do so. Because every person's going to come out and say on the live or in the world, they're going to say Devin is just going to clearly outbox him. If someone does not speak on the other behalf of the possibilities of the ingenuity of Derrick James and the possibility of Ryan Garcia's capabilities, then what are we just sitting here for? Why even?
It's 8, but we're no. But we're talking about 8. We're talking about 8 weeks, right, till the fight, and then we're talking about raising Ryan's IQ in 8 weeks.
About 16 months of them being together, though, and they haven't been together for 8 weeks.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not happy about Ryan's performance, his last performance, and he stopped the guy. And I'm not happy about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think Ryan should fight Broly. That would be perfect.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not discrediting him by saying he's not an A-level coach, but we have to be real with ourselves here. What makes him an A? Because he was coach of the year?
No, because he was coach of the year. He had an undisputed champion. He raised him from the ground up, pretty much.
Yeah, he had an undisputed. Really, he had an undisputed champion, and he had a unified champion in the same time. That's really.
So when we look at his accolades, is he an A-level coach? Because I promise you this much: if Derrick James,
if you're looking at accolades,
right now, your personality would change, Bill.
No. Listen. Accolades, yes.
Because whenever somebody famous get on here, you start being a little bit more modest. But when they're not on the live, you tend to be like, yo. And I'm a subscriber to you. You know that, Neil. Because as soon as
keep it real, Lorenzo. Keep it real.
Day one, I'm keeping it a bean. Whenever it feels on the line.
Yo, Lorenzo, keep it. Listen, Lorenzo, keep it real and speak facts. And speak facts only.
Bill, watch this. We think Derrick James is a. Listen to me, Low. I think Derrick James is an A-level coach. I really do. You understand what I'm saying? I just think that was like certain styles catered to his style better, and he catered to certain styles better. He is an A-level coach, but with that style. An A-level coach can't be an A-level coach for every fighter. You understand what I'm saying? Your opinion. Don't speak what you can't do on somebody else. You don't know what Derrick James is. Can you do what Derrick? Can you do better than Derrick James? I'm not no coach. Okay, then. So how you gonna sit there and say what Derrick cannot do? By me, you're not the end all be all. By me being who I was, because you say that doesn't make it correct. By me being who I was as a fighter and knowing what I know through my experience fighting and whatnot, I've trained with a lot of the best coaches. You know, so have I. And so have I. I know. My coach was Virgil Hunter for 11 years. And styles make coaches. Listen, no, styles don't make coaches whatsoever, please. The coach makes the fighter first and foremost. That's how I know for a fact it's ass backwards, because the coach is who makes the fighter. Don't get it twisted. We are the manufacturer. You get what I'm saying? So don't the fighter don't go into.
Nah, but styles, yo. You're gonna know, yo. But I'm gonna agree with Eric, yo. A coach, that's how you're gonna get your style.
That's what you do. You agree now with the favorite. A lot of coaches are phenomenal.
It's the truth, though.
Then against the other fighter, they're not phenomenal at all. So you're telling me now that everything, the knowledge. So watch this. Joseph Adorno, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about him going to Mark right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mark is going to be able to we're going to work with Mark. What did he do for we're going to say that the mad scientist now can't improve Joseph Adorno because he's not an A-level coach or whatever level he's at, and styles make fights. He ain't going to be able to change him. So, do you guys believe that Mark's going to make Joseph Adorno better?
We have to see.
Okay, but do you think that he has the capability of doing so?
He has shown that he has a different style.
So has Derrick James at the highest level. So why say that he doesn't have the capability of doing so? Just because
who said that?
Together doesn't, what I'm trying to say is this: is that you guys
but who's saying that, Lorenzo? You're fighting yourself.
My man's right here is saying that Ryan's not going to change because styles make fights, and the coach ain't going to be able to get him to adapt. You guys are talking about how. Listen to me. Ryan Garcia is not making no astronomical change. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So then I do this then. Then let's put a wallet on it. It's simple. You don't bet on boxing. You don't bet on boxing. They ride right now. You don't bet on boxing. I know you don't. Why does this ride all the time?
Huh?
I bet on boxing, Milk.
Yeah, you bet on boxing. I bet on boxing.
I bet on boxing. I've been doing this. I've been doing it 32 years strong. I've been doing it 32 years strong. I've been doing it for 19 years as a fighter and 11 years as a coach. But I'm not. Anyway.
No. I know. But I want this. I want the conversation to get somewhere because I don't want it to go like blip, boop, 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 boop. Because I got other people on the live as well. That's why.
Look, so many people are going to be able to listen to my voice right now and say, "Listen, Lorenzo don't know what he's talking about." That's completely fine. You guys concur with the sense with the masses. I'm not saying what you guys are saying is inadequate and isn't correct. It is correct. You guys hold merit with your statements because history has shown that.
Mm-hmm.
But history has also shown that there is a percentage of coaches that can make those adjustments. And I'm having faith in Derek James's science, and I'm hoping that Ryan Garcia isn't a lost cause. Because if he's the lost cause and my coach, one of my favorite coaches, can't make the adjustment, then this may be the end of the era of Derek James and be the end of Ryan Garcia's popularity or whatever it may be. So I'm just speaking from the standpoint of Ryan Garcia and Derek James. Do I want to concur with you guys 100%? Is it easier for me to state the obvious? Yes, it is. But if everyone states the obvious, then we get nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Then we're just forming a green. So all I'm doing is saying that I'm not going to not believe Ryan can't do it and that Derek James can't do it. I think he has a puncher's chance.
See, the best thing the best thing about this boxing talk is everybody got their own opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. And listen, nobody in the panel is disagreeing with you. But I think at the end of the day, this was a good conversation, and I agree with you. I think the counter punching with Ryan Garcia can be a big thing. I just think that I don't know. I think Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia. That's all.
Before I get off the live right quick, because I'm gonna get off, man. So y'all can get back to agreeing. You feel me? But
here we go.
What I'm gonna say is this, because I see so many people, man, that tend to be fans or whatever, and they continuously say that the fighters make the coach, right? Yes, as a coach personally,
sometimes.
My dream cannot manifest without the fighter. But when we start saying that the fighter is more pertinent than the coach, that's like saying that the son is birthed without the mother. That's like saying, you know what I'm saying, that no coach is relevant because the fighter is more important. Where do you get the knowledge from? Where did you learn how to stand? Where did you learn how to punch? A coach taught you that. And then you evolved it. I got hand in hand. I think it's hand in hand.
I think different scenarios for different people.
What fighter has ever stepped in the ring knowing it all without being taught it? It's hand in hand.
But then you also have a fight that you're fighting and your coach is telling you to do something and you do the completely different, and sometimes you get the KO off of what you believe in it.
There was times
I remember Tony Harrison told
my coach to do what I did and I won. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a point when when once you're inside that ring, your greatness, your IQ, your intuition takes over. But I'm saying that you didn't learn how to jab by yourself. You didn't learn how to L-step by yourself. You didn't learn a C pattern and an O pattern. You didn't learn how to counter. You didn't understand timing. You didn't learn how to break down film without who? The coach. So we gave you those. All right, cool. Well, we gave you those tangibilities. We gave you those tools. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And since we laced you with those tools, then you made a Picasso. You get what I'm saying? We gave you the tools, man. And when people stop paying homage to the coach, then it's like, damn, dude, y'all don't need us. You know what I'm saying? You downplay our significance. All I'm saying is we gave you what you have, and then you took it to the next level. So I think it's hand to hand, as in we gave you the knowledge, and then you created it. You feel me? But look at Sosa and look at Chris. You know what I'm saying? Chris Colbert, watch me. He wasn't listening to his coach, and then he got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. I don't think he's superior than the coach. Sometimes there is, and you need to leave. But I'm just saying, I think that it starts at the coach, then it goes to the fighter, then Mr. Miyagi, Danielson, and then Danielson one day will supersede Mr. Miyagi. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you on that, and you know what? Sometimes the coaches can make mistakes, and some of the real coaches they actually be in front of it. I remember Mustafa. He said, "Yo, listen, he was trying to get he made the wrong decision in the corner, and he told his fighter, listen, I apologize." He said it to here on this channel, and it happens, but different scenarios for different people. That's just all it is. Appreciate you for calling, Lorenzo. Like always, a member from Mill City Boxing. Thank you, my brother.
I got Kansas City. Kansas City got it. Kansas City got it.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the YouTube channel as well. We got Super Judah in the building. What's good, Super? Super was he was on the YouTube channel real quick, and then I think he just popped in. Oh no, he's declined the offer. Okay. So we got here Hamza in the building, another caller. Woo! Shout out to Lorenzo. We debated about nothing right there, brother. My brother.
In the comments saying, man, say something, get it. But y'all know how I am, man. When they get like that, I get quiet, man. You learn by doing more listening than talking, man. So when that started going on, I just shut up. Just start observing, start taking in the knowledge, start listening. What I can use, I use it. What I think is trash, I let it go. So I just leave it at that. But
you know, with this boxing stuff, numerous of people could be right at the same time.
Yeah.
You know.
It's perspectives, yeah. It's all about perspectives.
Okay. Easy fight. Devin beats Ryan. Okay, here we go. He's saying easy fight. What you guys think? Zab said easy fight. Zab said easy fight. Hamza.
Yeah, he gonna box the shit out of Ryan.
Hamza in the building. What's goody?
What up, what up, what up? What's good? What's crack-a-lacking, my brother?
What's cracking, my guy?
I'm just getting this road work in. What's crack-a-lacking? What's poppin'? You kind of lagging a little. See me? You hear me? You feel me?
You got that T-Mobile Wi-Fi.
What's cracking? We hear you.
I can hear you. What's goody, Hamza? Háblame claro. What you think about the fight?
Oh, it's kind of off, man. Off and off.
All right, we could try it again. We could try it. Can you hear us?
His audio good, but it's the video.
But I don't think he can hear us. I'll just have him tune in. Then I'll just have him tune in.
What's good, cuz?
Yeah.
What's good with you?
Can you hear us?
Salute. Hamza, salute. You low, and man, we hear your voice, but we don't see nothing.
Get another caller in. Hamza's signal lagging.
Hey, so going back to my situation, bro, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. All the hoopla. Yes, sir. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing, Eric?
Everything good, my boy. Everything good. Nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you. My bad, Mark. You were saying?
I just wanted to say real quick, like, you know me, man. You've been knowing me for a while now. We've been knowing each other. Just remaining humble, keeping my head down, man, and just seeing what's what. Like, do I have all the answers? Do I feel I have all the answers? No. It's boxing. Anything can happen. You win some, you lose some. So my job is just to see if what I bring to the table works for Joseph Adorno. It's just that simple. It's not to take anything away from him. He's still going to be Joseph Adorno, and that's the biggest thing. When he first walked through the gym doors, Jay, we had a discussion for like 30 minutes before we started training, maybe even 45 minutes. I'm not here to change you because I know you're not going to change, at least for the next, the length of this fight, 4 fights. You probably, when things get rough and your heartbeat start racing, you're going to go back to Joseph Adorno. You're going to go back to the power, throwing the hooks, whatever. I'm fine with that. My job is to see if we can implement getting you a little bit better, a little bit more alert defensively. You know, because he has a tendency to be kind of macho, in my opinion. Like, I hit you, you hit me. Let's see who got more power. No, so if I can just raise the awareness, the mental of, if you get hit and you get hit twice and you didn't land nothing, take a little walk. Just sit there and say, no, I'm going to figure we just going to sit here and trade. And nah, so I'm just trying to bring in maybe some IQ, some mental awareness, just some fight when they don't want to fight, and when they ready to fight, we don't fight. Sometimes that goes back to just going back to fundamentals. A lot of people don't realize that. Like you just said, take a little walk. That's old school. You know, Jersey Joe Walcott, all those guys. Yeah. They would boom, 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 go take a little walk. James Toney used to do it. Take a little walk. Again, and then reset, right? So a lot of these kids think, oh, I just got hit. I got to get it back. I got to get it back. And in the meantime, they taking shots that's unnecessary. So that little walk that's, you know, it speaks volumes to what you just said. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. Yeah. So that's about it, Jay, man. That's what I'm trying to bring in. And I think he has the talent. And I like what you said, too, Jay, about the weight, because I was more in favor of 135, and they're more into the, you know, the 140ish. So we'll even see what happens with that. Because I'm going to push him harder. I had him throwing up the first 2 days of camp. So
that's good. He needs that. He needs that.
Yeah.
He needs it. For everyone on the YouTube channel, make sure you guys smash the like button. I know everyone's probably like, yo, where's the like button? You press the 3 dots in the right-hand corner, and then it gets you to the like button. I don't know, the new formats like that. I know it's messing me up. But please do me the favor, smash that. We got over 100 and plus people on the live, so let's get these likes up to improve the visibility of the show. All right, so we got Eric in the house. What's going on, E?
Did you guys get to see Khalil Cole this past weekend?
Yes, Khalil Cole, another stoppage.
That's my fighter.
Oh, nice, Khalil. So you're out of Jersey. I did an interview.
I'm actually out of Brooklyn.
Okay.
I travel to Jersey, so you know we get it done. You know, we get the job done. Me and the team. You know, I got a whole team of guys that I can't. You know, big up Coach Wally Cooper out in Newark, Coach Eddie, strength and conditioning trainer out there as well. But yeah, we got the job done, man. We faced what on paper was a tough competitor, but you know.
I know the kid was like 23 years old.
18 knockouts.
18 knockouts.
And a little dismantled.
But it was all paperwork. I looked at the guys that he fought. Yeah. It was all paperwork, but it was a great performance. What you think about? I mean, he's a light heavyweight. You guys are with Matchroom, and thank you for joining the show as well. I'm glad that you tapped in.
Once I seen that guy Lorenzo, I had to chime in, but because that dude was wilding. But
yeah. So I like it. You know, a lot of people say the same thing about Lorenzo. So I like that Lorenzo comes in and really starts firing people up. So I think he's good for the channel, and I think coaches like yourselves is good to drop the gem. You know what I'm saying? Drop the gem. And speaking of Lorenzo, he right away chimed in as soon as you said something.
You Lorenzo, good luck.
He's saying add me. The smoke is ready. Are you ready for the smoke?
I mean, I don't do all that, bro. He could chat all he wants. So.
But you spoke upon, you didn't like what he said. Speak upon that.
No, I didn't like what he said.
Because I want him to be able to defend himself. You feel me?
So go ahead, bring him in, man.
Yeah, I want him to be defend. I don't want he's just watching you and be like, damn, look at this guy talking. I can't even respond to him.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
You know, but yeah. So chime in. I'm pretty sure he's hearing. Here he is, Lorenzo.
All right, brother. What's up with you, man? What's good, my boy? All right, man. So I just disagreed with you with all the writing and all that. Yeah. Like, he was wild. Definitely. Let me go ahead and articulate it this way. You know?
No, but hold on, Lorenzo. You did a lot of talk.
Because I have a vernacular, because I'm an educated individual. That's what I do. I'm not going to dumb myself down, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do so. This is the way I want to speak. Okay, then cool. You shouldn't have to attack someone's intelligence, you feel me? No, I'm not attacking. I'm not doing that. Like, it's cool. You feel me?
Listen. But check it.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in 1 minute. In 1 minute, I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to tell you why I have certain fighters write it out really quick. And just quick 60 seconds. What fighters, though? What fighters? Tell me what fighters you got. I got a plethora of them. Ooh. And a plethora. Give me some names. Give me some names. Rafael Ramirez, Mike Williams, William Harrington, Emerson Tolbert. I don't know them. I got a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them. And that's completely fine. You know what I'm saying? My time will come, and when it does, then it'll resonate with you. And that's when we should talk. But if we and then when people say like, okay, what fighters do you have, right? I can go on ahead and just say something currently. Coach Mark, right? He has worked within a plethora of fighters. I've worked as a second assistant coach with some of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? I grew up as Virgil Hunter as my coach. You feel me? Boxed with Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? I done been with JoJo Diaz. You know what I'm saying? I done been an Olympic alternate. You get what I'm saying? So I done been around the game for 19 years. You dropping some names, baby. Because I've been in the game. I've been in the game with the best of them. You feel me? So when you talk about this, 19 years as a fighter, 215 amateur fights, 0 losses, and I've been coaching at the pro level for 11 years. You say you was 215 and 0? 215 and 0. I was nice. And I got the chip and I got the receipts. 11 times national champ, 19 times state champ. And you never lost as an amateur? No, sir. Did not. You never turned pro? No, because I got shot 5 times and went to prison because I threw my career away. Yeah, man. So anyways, aside from that hoopla, you feel me? What I'm going to say this is that currently, Coach Mark, right, just happened to get Joseph Adorno, right? He has a bunch of amateurs that have potential. But if we were to ask Mark, who do you have on your roster? You're going to be like, oh, I don't know none of them. That doesn't make you a relevant coach. He had his son though. And his son was nice. But that was his son up. So that's a little different. And that's the thing. No, Mill knows. Show me who you built up. Mill knows I have fighters. You feel me? Mill knows I be in camp with people. You feel me? And Mill's disagreeing with you, like, no, that's completely fine, and that's okay. See, the thing is with you is that you believe that you have to be in agreement with an opinion. You don't. An opinion is just. How you gonna tell me what I know? You don't know me. You just said Mill said that he doesn't agree with me. I would, but that's all fine. But anyway, back to what you were just agreeing.
Yo, listen. Let's get to the point. The bread and butter.
The point was here is that the reason why I have certain fighters is because I explained to you. Some people have to write why. I would have Ryan write down, why do you continuously go to the left hook, Ryan? And I would have him break it down. And he would be like, well, that's what I'm most comfortable with. And I would say, what times do you throw it at, Ryan? And then he would then write it down for me and break it down so he can see it. Because some people have to write things down to remember it. That's why, because not teaching always has to be with mitts, hitting the bag, or in the ring. It is called ring IQ, right? It's called being able to have intelligence, and intelligence is brought different ways. My philosophy is contingent upon who the fighter is. I would just have him break it down. Why are you doing this? Tell me why. And then when he sits there and he sees, damn, I overthrew the left hook. So now your favorite shot is the left hook. Now go back and watch it in the film. And tell me, why did you throw it there?
So check it. Look at Lorenzo. Let me stop you real quick. So right, Coach E, why you believe that that method of boxing teaching is something that you guys feel like is not useful? And Mark, you can answer that after.
Because as soon as you get hit on the chin, all that shit goes out the window, and it's what you have done muscle memory physically in the gym with sparring, with shadow boxing, which is also a lost art, with all these things that really make the fighter, right? I could sit down and write a whole book about boxing and make my fighter read it, and he could read it 10 times over. But as soon as he gets in there with a guy that is, now listen to me now, that is more talented than him, like Devin Haney is more talented than Ryan Garcia. What do you do in that moment? Do you go, then you have hard work? Page 45, chapter 6. Yeah, he said do it. No, bro, you can't punch in your grill. So you have to react. And what makes you react is the muscle memory of over and over and being in the fire in the gym. You feel me? That's why my fighters, I don't do no bullshit sparring. I don't do like everything is real deal shit in the gym, right? If you get knocked down the gym, you get knocked down the gym, my boy. I'm sorry. Like we getting ready to be in kill mode. And I concur with you.
But hold on, Lorenzo, because we got Mark here too, and I want everyone to engage into this conversation. Mark, hearing these two coaches in behalf, who do you agree? Do you agree with both? Do you understand both perspectives? Explain. Listening to both of them.
I think I think that's what it comes down to. It comes down to what works for you. Everybody methods different. If Coach Lorenzo saying that, and I think let me be honest here. I think what Coach Lorenzo's saying is just a small portion of how he teaches a fighter.
Like homework, like bring this to the crib type shit.
Yeah, on both sides, even with Coach Garrett. But Coach Lorenzo is not saying, I would take it that he's not saying 100% of the time, I'm going to take a notepad, write some shit down, and give it to every fighter I coach as the way to thank you.
So the initial question was, right? How do you improve a fighter's IQ in within 8 weeks? That was the question.
Ryan Garcia. And I said because it was Ryan Garcia that we were talking about.
Well, obligado, he's a fighter too. It's the same shit.
No, because it isn't unilaterally across the board. Like Mark said, I don't do that with every one of my fighters because some people have the mental capability of learning when getting punched. There's several fighters.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question then. Do you guys think that within 8 months Ryan Garcia can make can Derek James bring up higher IQ in within 8 weeks?
No, it's been 16 months that they've been together.
All right, that's fine. But the first 8 weeks we got to see it already.
Yes, I do believe so.
All right. So my question is now these next 8 weeks, coaches join in. Can Derek James make Ryan Garcia's IQ higher than what it is? 8 weeks.
That's tough. All right, I have a question. Ed, do you think you could, if you had Ryan, in 8 weeks, teach him something that could benefit him in the fight?
Because now, as a fighter, I can go into.
I just want to ask Ed. Ask Ed. And you think if I give Ryan Garcia in 8 weeks camp, do you think you could teach him one thing?
So this is Eric.
Eric, I apologize. I thought it was Ed. My bad. Eric. And do I think in 8 weeks I can teach Ryan Garcia one thing that improves him? Oh, one thing? Yeah. I can teach him one thing. Okay. But so that one thing ain't going to beat Devin Haney. No, it's not. No, it's not going to.
Yo, that's funny.
No, listen. I definitely could teach him one thing. I know. Absolutely. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying now. There's 8 weeks. That's equivalent of 2 months, right? So that means that 16 months that Ryan has been with Derek James, he's learned 8 new things. Hopefully. So what I'm trying to say is I don't think that Ryan Garcia is that's why I said I would break it down.
He's also adding things that he's not teaching them. Exactly.
Yes, you said you didn't think that he was mentally there right now to do so, right? So watch. That's why I said the writing aspect and breaking it down with building blocks that way, I would do that with Ryan because I would try to take a different approach. That's why I said I would try that approach. Now, if that approach failed me, then I would go to a different approach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I hear what you're trying to say, but what I'm trying to tell you is that will never work. And that's what look, boxing has been around for over 100 years. What city are you in? What city do you live in, bro? What city do you live in? I live in Brooklyn. All right, cool. Can we do this on a live? Look, we set it up to where I'll pull up to Brooklyn, you can host us, and then we can just have your fighters move with my fighters. Whatever you want to do, bro. But like, all right, listen. Where are you from? And I'm not saying that. I'm from San Diego, California. You feel me? But I grew up in the south side of Chicago. You feel me? And I'm Cuban. I moved to the country when I was 11 years old. I know, but you just chatting right now. I don't care about all that. We talking about Devin Haney. I'm just saying. Ryan Garcia, bro. Okay.
Yeah. Yo, Lorenzo. We just trying to answer the questions.
He will destroy anybody you have, bro. All right, say less.
You got any light heavyweights?
Do I got light heavyweights? Light heavyweight?
Yeah.
I don't have anybody light heavyweight. So here's what I want you to do. Come to Brooklyn. No. You should have more people in your stable. In the ring with Khalil Cohen. You should have multiple fighters in your stable, correct? I do. Okay, then. So then what I'm telling you is that my top fighter, Khalil's my top fighter. So my top fighter, I'll bring a person that don't even have an amateur bout and move with all of your fighters. Oh, come on, bro. Stop playing. I'm dead ass serious. You're losing me. I'm trying to root for you. I'm trying to respect you as a man for what you're doing. I'm trying to be about your writing contest. I'm trying to say this. I hope that it works. What I'm trying to do is teach you this. What I'm trying to do is teach you this. And you can't teach teaching you something that's unteachable. What I'm trying to do is teach you something because you're not the end all be all. What you're doing is you're placing bodies. Oh, yo, man.
Lorenzo.
I hope that you make it. I hope that you make it. Listen, brother, I'm telling you first and foremost that your philosophy, what you're saying is this, is that you're saying that there can't be different philosophies, first and foremost. That's what you're stating. Second, what you're stating is that, Lorenzo, that my science is the only way. That's what you're saying. Third, what you're doing is you're shitting on my science, and I haven't shit on yours. I didn't say your philosophy. You can't shit on my science because all I'm making.
Yo, bro, Lorenzo, he just said he don't agree with writing things on the paper. That's all.
And I said that's it. Mark eloquently stated it. That philosophy is just one approach, man.
Yeah, but you should have said that. You should have said that too.
But you wilding, bro, talking about coming to the gym with fighters and stuff, and you know what? First of all, you know you're never gonna do that. I said I would pull up to your gym if first of all, you know you will never do that. You will never do that. You know that. We'll pull up. It's all talk. It's all talk. If you host us, we'll pull up. What's wrong with telling a man, hey, coach, if you got some fighters, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But that's chatting, bro. Like, I don't chat, bro.
Now, let's get into the bread. I'm
asking you. I just said to Mark, you got Joseph Adorno. If you need some work, let us know so we can pull up. You are more than welcome, bro. Okay, then we can communicate. Because I'm initiating this communication. Because if this communication wasn't had, then I wouldn't have been able to have the bridge to get to you to be able to prove that my stable and my science is equitable. I'm not sitting here challenging you as a man because first and foremost, that's not what I'm doing. Your perception is that. And if you believe that my perception is to challenge you, then I misspoke. I'm saying if you believe you have your science and I have my science, then let's just go on ahead and let's just have a chemistry battle. You feel me?
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to do a chemistry battle, right? Because that's what we want to do, right? We want to get to the bread and butter of why, you have your philosophy of what it is. But regardless of the fact, the question was, and I'm gonna restate it to the other coaches, so that way you could just hear how other people approach what the question was, which is basically, how do is it possible? Is it possible? Because I'm only saying it because you said it. You said I'm gonna improve his IQ in within 8 weeks. That's what you said. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm asking two other coaches, do you guys believe that you guys can improve Ryan Garcia's IQ in within 8 weeks to fight a Devin Haney?
Come on, Mark. I mean, you could. All I'm trying to do here is, like, I think we get too caught up. Now, I'm going to give respect and credit to what Coach Eric is saying. Words don't really mean shit. It's like, actions is actions, man. We only as great as when we go inside them walls and we give these fighters everything they need to be successful. That's all that's ever worked for me. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I still put a loss, and I'm like, damn, I think I'm one of the baddest MFers. Whether I'm underrated, not known, I don't worry about none of that. I just be like, how did I come up short? And can I interject something real quick? Do you think it's possible? Because I'm the type of coach, and I always have been a type of coach, and any one of my stable can mention to you that, yeah, at times I may be an extremist, but the only way I believe I could make an impact in Ryan Garcia's 8-week camp and improve his mentality is if I removed everybody from his life. I pulled out a cot and I made him sleep in the back room of the gym, and he just lived out of the gym, and I got it back to the basics. And I reminded him of the essence of where he derived from and where he desires to go. I would take the extreme measure because we have the capability with his finances and his livelihood to make him live out of the gym. You remove the phone, you remove the YouTube, you remove the influence, all the yes men in his life, and then you. I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying. I would do. I hear what you're saying, but reality, that will never happen. No, that's your reality. No, it's not. It's not. Ryan Garcia will never put his phone down. That's his money maker, my boy. That's what I'm saying, bro. He makes more money with YouTube, with Instagram than he does with boxing. Then I would have a conversation. You say, hold on, but don't overspeak now. Let you speak. Yeah, you can listen. You have to understand that this is a business first. Professional boxing is a business, and so his business is Instagram and YouTube. You are not going to, as his coach, you are not going to make him put that phone down, bro. Ever. Never. And that's the thing. Sleeping in no gym, bro. He's a multi-millionaire. But that's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna. You're You're right. But I'm saying if I was the coach, the contract, but he won't that, and you will be fired on day one. Listen what I'm saying. I'm saying if you come my way, we're talking about hypothetical here. You get what I'm saying? This is a hypothetical. But then what I'm trying to say is, no, all right. So listen, do you believe that people can speak stuff over your life and say that your man ain't gonna become world champion? Not in boxing. Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is that you can't tell me something that I can't manifest and that I'm not capable of because I'm in the route. I'm not at where I should be at. Well, I'm at where I should be at currently, but I'm not where I'm destined to be. And I'm going to continue to trickle the way until I get there. Right now, it's not my time. Right now, it's closer to your time. It's closer to Mark's time. You feel me? Whoever's at the top, it's Eddie Reynoso's time. My time will come. What I'm saying is that these building blocks, I found it to be useful that when you come into my gym, you put your stuff away. You have no phone. You have no communication. There are no parents that sit in my gym. There are no watching sparrings. There are no girlfriends in my gym. You know what I'm saying? Everyone signs that paper that says you cannot do it. You move to the beat of my drum.
Let me get into some boxing talk that's going on right now. Not to cut you off, but what you guys think as far as do you guys think that you guys could help a Ryan Garcia beat a Devin Haney, or is nothing you guys could do to help him out?
My coach used to tell me something. I was coached by a Hall of Famer. His name is Dave Clark. He has 4 world champions in the stable. He was an old man who passed away a few years ago, right? He used to tell me something that resonated with me throughout my career. He would say, you have 2 fighters, right? They're both at 110% the greatest shape of their life. But if the blue corner is this much more talented than the red corner is done. Can't beat that guy, right? So that fight is going to be exactly what he's talking about. Devin Haney is more than this much more talented than Ryan, right? They're 3-3 in the amateur level because it was what it was, the amateur level. Ryan might have been more ahead of the game when they fought. Those 3 times he beat them. And you can just look at their professional careers and where they are now. Coach Eddie, can I ask you something? Real quick, it's on your tape. It's on it, real quick. Do you believe that Devin Haney and Bill Haney are mature enough mentally, and do you believe that they're also mature enough and that they're a little bit within the same realm mental space as Ryan? Because they do immature antics as well. So what is your perception on that? Because I don't believe they're the maturest people. That has nothing to do with talent and boxing in the ring. But hard work always beats talent when talent isn't taking it completely serious. And he might not take Ryan. You don't work hard? I think Devin. I've been in camp. I was just in camp. I was just in camp with Devin, man. I was just in camp with Devin, bro. Stop. Yo, I was. Bill, we were just in camp with Devin. Zab is Devin's godfather. He's been in his life from day one. Bring him in here so he can tell this dude how hard Devin works. Zab, Devin works hard. I'm not saying you don't work hard. I'm talking about his maturity level.
No.
See, so now you're taking my words and you're not listening to what I'm saying. No, because now you're trying to say you believe his maturity level. I'm talking about his mentality, man. I'm not talking about his work. You think Ryan Garcia is more mature than Devin Haney? No, I never said that. I said so then what does it matter? Can you listen to what I'm saying? I said, do you believe that Devin and Bill Haney have a higher maturity level than Ryan Garcia? That's what I asked. First of all, Bill Haney is super on a mental state. He's one of the best in the business. So then why did he just pull that antic with Ryan Garcia? Mighty Rob.
Yeah, but now this is this business of boxing and selling tickets and stuff too.
Which one? The one where he pushed him and all that? Yeah, and getting held back like he's in a fight. He doing all that. This is the separation between you and I, my friend. I understand that boxing is a business, and those 2 guys called each other and said, let's link up and start this shit up. All right, so I got to be right here. So see what I'm saying? You think that happened. All right, so this was a show then. I know that was WWE. All right, okay, so watch this. So that you're saying that it's a show. It's an antic, right? When? The build-up, yes, the build-up. Okay, so and that's great because when you think about it from that standpoint, yes, it is a build-up, right? But any man that is a Hall of Fame coach or a man that has proven himself. He will not partake in childish acts like that in order to promote the fight. He will allow his pedigree and his performance and his resume to market the fight.
So listen, Lorenzo, I'm gonna answer this question for you, right, real quick, and then I want to get into like the more of the science of the boxing and the stylistic and the why people should bet this way, why you should understand why this coach is thinking this way, that type of stuff, right? But just to end it real quick, you know what I mean? This is like Coach E said, it's an entertainment business. They called it, this is a prep. Everybody knew it. People were talking about this being a wrestling stunt. You know, when people are talking about boxing being a wrestling stunt, that's not that good, really, for the sport. But this is what we do to sell tickets nowadays. We have social media, so that's the reason why. And when it comes down to the art of warfare, man, even without trying to sell these tickets, this is exactly what a Bill Haney should be doing to really mess with someone's head. But smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. The live stopped as soon as I cooked my man Lorenzo. I mean, Lorenzo's a good guy. You know what I'm saying, guys? Leave Lorenzo alone. You guys are having too much heat on Lorenzo. But I will start this back up just for a little bit more longer because I know you guys are enjoying. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Go and press those 3 dots in the corner, and that will get you to the like button. Become a member as well. It's pinned into the comments as well. So this will be the last live, I'll tell you right now, for the day. So smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, and subscribe to the channel. Lots of boxing talk today, right? This was like a long one, right? It's only been 2 hours. It's not too bad. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. All right, ladies. Let's get into this. All right. I got my man Mad Scientist. Hopefully we get some new people on the panel as well, you know. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. Everybody's like, yo, what's up with Mad? They're like, yo, let Mad talk. Let Mad talk. Yeah, shout out to Lorenzo, you know, always making a debate. Hamza coming in as well. Coach, thank you for your time as well, tapping in with your boy, man.
Man, look, I miss being on here, man. Definitely miss you, but I know I had to get down to business and be consistent. And I had told you that. Remember, I said things about the change. You know, I gotta like really bite down, go in the dark. What up? Once again, I'm on, brother. I'm just salute, bro. Congrats to the mad scientist on his journey. Yes, sir. You already know. That's it. That's what it is.
Salute, we got E in the building as well.
Congrats on your journey, my brother. Thank you, Hamza. I appreciate it, big bro. Papa, this banana shit you be having going on. Papa, we talking about boxing, dog. At the end of the day, you can teach.
You there?
At the end of the day, you can teach rhyme, whatever. You still gonna be trash.
So you got no hope for Ryan?
Just like that. I don't. And the way and the last outing, dog, he looked like trash, dog. I don't care who he got. The amateurs and pros is the pros, Papa.
So now that we got Coach E, right? Because I haven't spoke to Coach E yet. What you think about Subriel and Matias in the division?
He's a monster, man. Like, yo. When they say the boogeyman, you know that I'm here. That word gets thrown around. I'm in the house now, dog. But I think it actually suits him. I think that he is the boogeyman, and all those guys need to take notice. He's coming with something different. We haven't had a Puerto Rican fighter. You know, the big names. You know what I mean? I don't wanna throw Matias in the Cotto Trinidad, you know, Gomez Benitez mix right now, but he's headed there. All he needs is the opportunity, right? A fight with Teofimo Lopez would be good for him. That would be his his version of, Vargas, or like how Trinidad did him, or like he needs that big name. And so, and obviously I don't think he's running from it. He's headed straight to them. So, I mean, it would be interesting to see him with all of them, and even some of the contenders, right? Like, I work a lot with Richardson Hitchens. That's my little brother, and he's going to be the number one contender for his title after this next fight, April 6th.
What's up with the IBF rankings? Like, I looked at them everywhere. There's nobody that wants to be placed number 1 or number 2. It's vacant. And then it's Richardson at number 3.
Right. Well, this fight that he's having on April 6th is for number 1, number 2, right? So they're doing an title eliminator. So, I don't know. IBF, the rankings are crazy, man. Those ABC belts are, they are what they are. And we just got to go with the flow with it. It's part of the boxing game. Hey, Coach E, man. Funny that you brought up Richardson Hitchens. I just watched him spar. With they was down at Boots and Bosie's. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Andy Cruz, right?
How was that? Tell us about that.
How was that?
Without detail, but I didn't see when I was there. He didn't work with Andy Cruz, but they both worked, with other fighters. Because I'm an assistant coach for another young kid that's ranked number 1 at 132 elite. Yeah, Chris Ortiz. Exactly, my boy, man. That kid is phenomenal. Yeah, he was with me. He was with me in Puerto Rico because we my son fought. They were both in a tournament. Okay, an international tournament back in May. So I was with him, with Chris, man, and that's a bad boy. He fought the number 1 kid out of Puerto Rico out there, and it was neck and neck. I mean, you just heard about like that fight was crazy, bro. If I can give props to his main coach, his head coach, Eric Harding, because Eric Harding, who's a former fighter who fought Roy Jones. Yeah, Roy, yep. Harding has given Christian, he has took that kid to another level, and he's the truth, that kid, man. He's definitely the truth. To get back to the sparring, man, Richardson Hitchens, that dude is nasty, man. Like, a lot of people don't realize how good he is. He's so calm. I mean, he can box off the ropes. He can box in the center of the ring. His IQ, his defense, his counter punching. I mean, it was just beautiful to watch. Like, I'm glad I was there. And Eric Harding actually called me because I was on my way to the mall. And he was like, bro, come through, man. We sparring. And that was some of the best sparring without actually seeing Boots spar. That was some of the best sparring I've seen. The Andy Cruz, oh, my God. Oh, God, man. It's like the level, bro. There's levels to this. And that's what so this goes back to what we were talking about before. Like, levels to this, bro. Yes. And you cannot take a fighter who's already, etched his style in stone, and now all of a sudden there's no new shit to boxing, right? Like all these, and I'm gonna probably get some people mad here, but all these strength and conditioning coaches that think they step in and they go, I'm the reason why he did. Like, my boy, you were probably anywhere from 5 to 8% of what happened in that camp. Like, you didn't really do much, but thank you for your services, right? I appreciate all the strength and conditioning coaches. But at the end of the day, like I keep saying, boxing is boxing is boxing is boxing, bro. And it's been the same since back in the days. That's why in the old days, these guys were fighting 15 rounds, and they were fighting every week. You feel me? Totally different ballgame. So, still, that is what it is, right, Coach?
How to boxing? What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, we had a couple guys fight last night. Joe Perez, first kid, just a small little title, wasn't nothing big, but it was a good win for him. And for Sean Lee, who is a up and coming fighter, just got second in the Olympic trials, debut, and he won that. Of course, I mean, the fighters that they're competing at, when they first come out. So he just went in there and had some fun and got him out of there second round. But that's it. We got little kids in the gym, of course. But I was listening to the conversation, and I agree with the coach from New York. There, he's telling you like it is. These guys, they're set in their ways. The young man's making a lot of money, and he knows how to make it. He whips out that phone, and that's dollars in his pocket. Yeah. And they're able to do that, at some point in their career, you could almost say they lose the hunger to do, perhaps what got necessary to keep him there or to and sometimes guys are just they're outmatched. But the break expect to beat it. It's not going to happen. It really doesn't matter who's training it, who's training that fighter. I just think that's an uphill battle. I think the kid knows it's a business, and he's going to make that he can make and make the money he can make. This fight, I think it's an inevitable outcome. I think he gets stopped.
You think Devin stops Ryan?
Yeah, I do too. I think he stops him. Eighth, ninth round, I say. Yeah, he'll
eighth round.
And he'll just go to work on him, and end up stopping him in the middle rounds, unless he catches him early. But I do say.
Do you think he needs to stop him for the Tank fight?
I don't think he needs to, but I think he. But I do that. Ryan will be dangerous, just like he was dangerous even with Tank. The kid can punch a little bit, but he's just not the same level of fighter as Tank or Haney. He's just not on that level. He have the same schooling. He didn't come from correct. Hell, because you see the errors in his you see the holes in his defense. So as sound as some of this other top talent out there. But what he is he's a great salesman. He knows how to work that phone. So that's what does it make money. I mean, everyone on this camera can beat Jake Paul in the gym. You got kids you're working with that long that could beat a guy like that. Mm-hmm. But that man is. I think he's boxing because he's bringing more eyeballs. Absolutely, I agree with you. Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Now, as far as the biggest fights that you guys want to see for 2024, what would they be?
Well, one was signed for me. One was already signed. I forget what month. I think it's June is taking place, and this Jay is better be an MB1. Better be a
free TV, baby.
Yeah, ESPN, right? That's crazy.
Free
that's
TV.
For me, that's the one I got my eye on because I got Khalil Coach. So a lot is gonna happen.
I talked to him about that
because supposedly the as they call him, His Excellency, right? Turkey. He's stating that the winner of that fight is going to move up to fight Opatai, the IBF cruiserweight champion, meaning that all those belts are going to be vacated, right? And as we know, Beterbiev is almost 40. Bivol is almost out the door. They're both on their back now. They're done. And so a fighter like Khalil, who's getting close to the top 15, and then after our next fight, we're hoping he's in the top 10. I would love to be in line for that vacant title.
Damn, top 10 under 10 fights, huh?
Well, he's one of those. He came from the crop of Keyshawn and Tiger and all those guys. He knocked out La Cruz, the greatest amateur, the pound for pound number one.
Yeah,
he knocked him out in the first round. Yeah. So Khalil's stock is up, and Eddie Hearn knows it. And so the talk has been that the next fight is going to be a good name.
But do you believe his stock is if his stock was so up, why would you think Top Rank would have dropped him?
Top Rank dropped him because he got arrested during the signing period.
Yeah.
And so they don't mess with that.
They don't mess around. They're like the Patriots, right? Like you.
We're clean. Like we don't do that.
I gotcha. I got you.
Mistake. It was their mistake.
Eddie, right? Eddie comes in here.
Eddie came in like an eagle and swooped them up.
Yep.
Said, I got you, kid.
I'm the guy with the second chances here.
Yeah, so he's taking full advantage of his second chance. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the proof is in the pudding. You know, go look at his last few fights and you'll see. You know, we haven't fought no guys with bullshit records. You know, did they turn out to be less than what we thought? Yeah, but Khalil is that type of fighter that is just better than them, right? Like they used to say all the time, "Oh, Roy Jones don't fight nobody," but when Roy Jones beat Eric Harding, right after that, and Eric Harding went on a tear. Oh, Eric Harding is like number 2 in the world, number 1 in the world now. Well, Roy Jones actually was just way better than him. You feel me? So Khalil right now is going to show and prove that, you know, at his stage, with his amateur background, he's able to go far. He's able to fight these guys. You know, we've been calling out Joshua Boatsy like crazy for the last week. You know, is he going to take the fight? Probably not. But we with it. If they offer it, we with it. Right? Wherever. We'll go to UK. He wants to fight in Ghana, we'll do it. Like, we don't care. We want that fight because we know we could beat him. And with 8 fights. Feel me?
That's what's the amazing part about it.
Because you got to know who your horse is in a race. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave me this kid, he's 20-0. When we was in Vegas, everybody talking about, oh, man, it's a test, man. I don't know if he could pull it off. I don't know. And we're like, what? Yo, they wildin', bro. They crazy. Like, I know who my horse is. I know. We're going to smoke you, bro. And what happened? He got smoked. Now everybody's like, oh, shit. Well, just keep watching. Because we didn't even do 20% of what Khalil could do in that ring. Right?
Yeah, because they're afraid of his power still. They're still
So the one fight that you could go back to and see a little more of what Khalil could do, even though it was early on, is against a guy named William Langston. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I did see that one. Yeah,
I know. Madison Square Garden, and you know, he had to pull out his wallet, right?
He had to dig into his bag
to get through that fight, which was great. You know, he got thumbed in the eye, his eye closed. You know, he was seeing through one eye, and he still was able to outbox that guy. You know, it went to a decision. William Langston was a tough customer, and it shows because of the career, how his career has maturated since then. He's been on a tear after the Khalil fight. He fought Dante Benjamin on ESPN and got robbed. They gave him a draw, and he beat that boy. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it shows that guy was the truth. He's somebody that probably a few you know, fights down the road, he might also find himself in the top 10. We might have to fight that guy again. You know what I mean? But we fought him when we was 2-0. You know what I mean? And so it shows, you know, the way we have moved Khalil has been strategic so that we can fight for a world title sooner than everybody expects.
Yeah, man.
How soon do you want the title shot, Coach? I know you mentioned the other guys are on their way out, cashing in on their way out.
I mean, so I would like to get, I would say at least like 3 fights under our belt, 10 rounders. Hopefully guys that can actually withstand Khalil's power to take him a few rounds and give him work, you know, that he needs. You know, like that's why I said the Langston fight, you know, we went 6 rounds with him, we went to a decision, and it was amazing because he got the work that he needed. He wasn't just blazing everybody out early, where you know, when that happens sometimes you lose yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't, you know, you find yourself in a big fight now and you're going, oh, wait a minute, what do I do here? Now I'm lost. You know, now you look into your corner with, you know, you're like a deer in the headlights. So that fight was awesome for his growth, you know. And I want one more like that, so that we can be ready for that title shot. You know, whoever it is, whether it's Boatsy or Yard or, you know, one of those big names where we go to the UK and we show and prove.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like the Anthony Yards are the ones that you guys are gonna be looking for. Maybe the Joe Smiths. I feel like better Bivol. They'll probably not give Cole the chance. Honestly, I think they'll probably might just dip out the sport before that opportunity is.
I mentioned, Coach, about your fighter, knocking out the number one, amateur in the world. Mm-hmm. And when they go from competing at that level against the top amateur fighters in the world, and they go into the pros, and they're not fighting. Obviously, it's definitely not the same level of competition. It's pretty. You were able to get your young man a couple real tests. Here in his career, and I don't know if he was, probably still A side in those fights, but either way, we're able to get him battle tested in the pro. Definitely it's a different type of fight. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy we just fought, right? He was 20-0 with 18 knockouts, but who did he fight? You go through his box record and you go, like, all right, I don't. Numbers are that's garbage. Like, I don't care about that.
He didn't even have that many guys with winning records.
Say that again?
He didn't have many guys with winning records.
Yeah, correct. So when you see that, it's like it's not about the number of fights, right? It's about the quality of opponent. It's about who you put in front of your fighter, to build him up and to make him to get. What are we doing this for? To get him ready for the big stage, for the world title, right? Keyshawn the other day just fought Pedraza, right? That's huge. You know how what that did for Keyshawn's confidence? Like, through the roof right now. Now he really is ready. Like, he's mentally ready for Teofimo. Mentally he's ready. He's saying, like, let's do it now, right? Because his team put him in those predicaments, and he was able to come out of them unscathed and look in the mirror and say, yeah, I am that guy. Feel me? Yeah. I think that needs to happen more, but I don't happen because everybody wants to protect take the risk. Yeah. But like I said, you got to know your fighter, and when you know you got the one with the goods that can go all the way, then it's not. Is it a test? Yeah, it's different. Pros and the 8-ounce glove, but damn right. They still got to go in there and prove what they're capable of doing. And I love to see that you're doing that already with the fighter. Appreciate it. Keep following him. I'm going to start following him. Yeah, please do so. Whoever is not following is at Khalil Cole 1. Follow him. Watch how he rises to the top, man, because it's exciting. Everything he's doing is really exciting, Now they're calling him the tank of the upper weight divisions because he's just starching guys out. So, at the end of the day, power is what separates everybody and puts asses in seats when it comes to ticket sales. And I can honestly say that I have one of those guys, his team code, as I said before, I want to say it again, Coach Wally Cooper, Coach Eddie, his father, Paul Bird. We all have been involved and just have created this guy and shouts to Khalil. He was born with it too. That comes with it too. He was born to be here, and he's just taking the opportunity and he's taking it by storm. He's listening. He's a great listener. That's one thing I would say about him. In the corner, he listens. In the gym, he listens when we're sparring. He listens, and to all the young kids that want to come up and make some of themselves, be a good listener. Listen to your coaches, believe in them, and listen to them, because that's the third eye. And execute. Go do and it. Execute. Yeah, believe. Just do it. Do it, and you'll see. It's gonna work. And one thing I always say: knockouts win fans, defense win championship. Hey, I like that. That's the damn truth. Absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking of defense and knockouts, this Thursday, what were your thoughts on the Jermaine Ortiz and Lopez fight? Do you guys think that the judges got it right?
You want me to go first? Because I got a lot to say.
Handle. And also, with that being said, add, if he had a full 100% Puerto Rican in there, what would have happened?
Well, we know who the full 100% is. That's Matias, right? So it probably would have been different. But I do think that Lopez should have got the nod. It's hard for me to say that he.
You mean Ortiz should have got the nod, or you're okay with Lopez getting the nod?
Lopez, I said it right. Yeah, Lopez. I think that when you can't win a fight like that, man. Like what he was doing was like, and for me, it was horrible. It was a slap in the face to boxing, right? Like I'm not that guy that says, oh, he ran, or he ran. Like I never say that. You know, when somebody does and they go, oh, he ran, no, he boxed. Like I'll argue with somebody to the end. But that night, I honestly was saying, damn, he ran. Like he really ran. Like he did not want to engage at all. And how do you win like that, man? You can't tell me that he missed 80% of his punches on the punch stat and he won that fight. Even though Teofimo didn't either, but who was the one initiating that whole fight? It was Ortiz. You know, he was on the back, the side foot really, because he was against the ropes the whole time going in circles. So for me, I just thought it was a disgrace. You know, you can't tell me, oh, Teofimo didn't cut off the ring. You know how hard it is to cut off the ring with somebody that's really on their skateboard like that? That shit is nearly impossible, man. Like, I've seen, Chavez and the greats that know how to cut off the ring. But never with a guy like that was like, yo, I'm out. Like, not even Hector Camacho did that with Chavez, right? Like, at times he stood there and tried to trade with him and fight, and he just couldn't do it. This guy literally, like, was out. He was like, ding, see you, kid, you ain't touching me. And, yo, it's nearly impossible, man. Like, you gotta, and if you're a fighter, you understand that. If you're a fighter that's tried to chase a guy down like that, was really running like that, you understand, like, yeah, bro, like, you ain't catching that guy no matter what. You could try to cut off, that's a 24-foot ring. That's not the little ring that you have in your gyms. That's 16 by 16 or, you know what I'm saying? Like 10 by 10. Yeah, right. Some of these gyms, right? So, I hated it. You know, if I was the judge, I would have threw my pen in the air and been like, yo, I'm out. Like, I'm not even judging this shit, you know? Like, it was just terrible, man. I thought it was terrible. It was terrible for boxing. And it was sad that Teofimo couldn't really showcase what he could do, you know? I mean, I think he was a better fighter. I think if Ortiz would have stayed in the middle of the ring with him and tried to laterally move and just sidestep, maybe he would have looked all right, but Teofimo would have eventually caught him. The 12th round told me that when Teofimo really took it to him. He was catching him a little bit here and there when he could. But I just think, like, throw that fight away, man. I'm never going to watch it again.
Coach, what you think?
Yeah, I don't have a comment on it. I recorded it. I have not watched that one yet. I watched some highlights. Obviously wasn't impressed. Think it was perhaps, just the glimpses I saw a poorer performance for Teo than, and I don't know, did he come in taking the guy light? I didn't watch it well enough to, close. I didn't even watch it yet. I just seen clips. I really can't comment. But gentlemen, it's been an honor to be on here with you. I respect all of you. And I'd love to be back in sometime, but I got to go do some chores, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you,
Always
Coach.
good seeing you, Coach. Salute, man. Appreciate you.
God blessings. God blessings. So, coaches, we got his behalf on the fight that he wants to see 2024. What's your fight?
Let me see. Well, for me, Tank is my guy, and I would love to see him with Shakur. Both my guys, and I think that's a huge fight. I think Shakur, as of late, because of the last fight, has got a little flack, from everybody, from the fans and the media. I think that he could redeem himself in that fight. You know what I mean? Not saying that he could beat Tank, but that's a 50-50 for me. I wouldn't. I'm just gonna be a spectator and a fan. that night if they were to ever do it. I think they are two of the top talents, if not the top talents in the world. And it's huge, man. It would be huge for boxing. It would be huge for the culture. Like, it would be sellout crowd, big time pay-per-view, all that. And, to me, it's up to Tank. He's a shot caller. You know what I mean? I think Cole takes that fight if they offer it to him for the right price. Cole wants to be great, and that's the way to do it. You go after the big dogs, and nobody in the world of boxing would be upset if they signed that fight right now. Nobody.
Coach, what's your favorite fight to close it down?
Hey, if we can, I think that Cat's World, if you can try to bring him in to see if you want to be on the show real quick, Jay.
Sure.
Send him an invite.
What's his name?
It's Cat's World on here. I just seen this catsworld.cat.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Maybe he went back off. I see him on mine, but I'm not sure if he.
Yeah, I only got a few people here.
All right, cool. Let me see something.
But yeah, your fight that you need to see 2024, Coach.
For me?
Yeah.
I like that one. I like what Coach Eric said. That's a great one. Man, I just want to see. I always go back to Jerron Boots Dennis. I just want to see somebody on the opposite side of him that can. I don't know. Yo, what about Boots and Subriel Matias? That's a perfect stop.
It's a fight that could be made.
Yeah, both BBC. Hamza would absolutely love that one.
Yeah, because it's both of his guys, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Bozy would like that one too.
Yeah.
I know he would.
Yeah.
It's what they've been looking for. A name to put on their resume that everybody's talking about.
But he won't get the credit because they'll say he came up. He won't get the credit
that would be
because
sad, though. That would be sad.
That's boxing.
Because Matias is a big 140,
Yeah, I mean, the only way I would see them respecting it is if he was getting busy at 140 before touching Boots, like knock out a couple guys at 140, 147, and then it'd be like, all right, he could be here, he could be here, Other than that, I don't think they'll respect that.
Well, if Matias can't get the fight he wants at 140, do you see him moving up?
I do see him moving up, yeah, but these networks gotta put bucks in these guys' pockets to fight Boots, man. There's too many KOs, man, to be just going in there and not getting $1 million+ dollars, man. I'm telling you. That was the reason why Rashidi didn't get the fight. That's why we didn't get to see it, because they didn't want to pay Boots' opponents.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it would be nice if Al Heyman could get involved with the Turk from Saudi. I don't think he wants to though, but it would be nice, because then you would see his stable of guys really, with people,
No, yeah. Now people won't complain, to get knocked out.
You crazy? That guy would throw money at Boots.
Yeah, exactly. To get knocked out, if you're gonna pay me more, good money, then.
So Mel, do you think that Boots knocks out Matias?
De verdad, yeah.
Me too.
Es que with that guard, I always see guys that are slipping punches around the guard, and
he's just so good with that.
You
give him this, he's going to the body too.
Yeah.
He's a nasty body puncher. So.
And he's bigger than Matias, a lot bigger than Matias. So he stops Matias. And I know my Puerto Rican fans are gonna hate me for saying that.
But it's true. Truth is truth.
Yeah. But it's just, we have weight classes for a reason, and I really feel like Subriel Matias could be that Marvin Hagler of the 40 division. Especially if he fights Devin and beats him, I mean, there's because I think now we can all agree that Subriel Matias and Teofimo Lopez fights a lot closer than what we thought.
Hell yeah. I don't know why people thought differently. To me, I thought it was 50-50. I'm kind of leaning towards Matias now.
Yeah.
Like, I look at it like, shit, can he like really? But at the end of the day, Lopez can box when you come forward. He's shown that he's nasty with it when you walk towards him. So
we just haven't seen him fight in the back foot the whole night.
Yeah.
The whole night. Some fighters could do it, some can't. And like for instance, and then depending on your specimen in front of you, look at Caleb Plant, can beautifully box with the back of the foot. Still, Benavidez was still to be able to get him.
Yeah. That's a good comparison, actually.
Exactly.
Hey, look, Hamza just chimed in. He ain't trying to. I don't think he's trying to hear the Matias Boots thing. He said he want to see Boots tested by the one and only Terrence Bud Crawford. Well, we would all love to see that. I mean, that's the one right there for me. I mean, I don't think Bud, he don't. It's too much risk for him right now. Where he's at. So I know he ain't gonna do it. I was just with their team in Vegas in the gym, and they really trying to make that kind of other fight. I can attest to that. Like, speaking to them, they are all in for that fight. And it's obvious. They chasing the paper. Top rank kind of screwed Bud all his career when it came to money. He finally got a taste of big money, and he wants more of it. So Boots is not bringing that for him, and I understand that. And Boots is my boy, man. His pops, like, Bosie's my guy, man. I got a lot of respect for him. I've known him for years, and I would love for him to fight Bud and get his just due, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen, man. I think Bud will be out the door, and Boots will reign supreme and be pound for pound the best fighter, in years to come.
I can see it. Well, fellas, man, it was a pleasure. Thank you guys for tapping in. If you guys are not a subscriber to Mill City Boxing, please subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. Become a member. The link is in the comments. Shout out to all the 100+ people on the live on Instagram and everybody. I mean, on YouTube. Salute to everybody on the Instagram. Like I said, subscribe. Check out these two coaches. Coaches, where can the people find you?
You can find me at just my name, Eric_Roman_SR Senior, because there's a junior coming behind me. His name is Malito Roman. If you don't know, follow Malito. He's nasty with it too.
Definitely will.
And yeah, that's it, man. Everybody, good luck with your thing. Sure. Say it again. I'm thinking I follow you already, but if not, I'm about to right now. All right, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna follow you as well.
All right, guys.
Salute, E. Appreciate you.
Good luck and have fun with the Super Bowl, everybody.
Absolutely.
Salute. Peace.
Coach Matt, where can the people find you?
At Mad Scientist of Boxing. You already know, on IG, not on YouTube. Got old videos on YouTube, but that's primarily where I'm at on Instagram at Mad Scientist of Boxing. Always have fun, man. Always learning when I join my guy right here, Jay, on Mill City Boxing Podcast. Top podcast, in my opinion, going right now. You don't find me on too many others right there with him. So I appreciate you, Jay. Seriously,
man, appreciate you, Mark, man. We definitely did get another one in real soon.
Hey, listen, real quick before I go, let's try to get Joseph Adorno on here one day this week if we can.
I think that would be great, just to have both of you guys talk and, talk about what you guys are working on and what are the plans.
Got you. All right, salute. We'll talk off the line.
Sounds good, yes, so we can set it up. Sounds good. God bless you, and on to the next. Shout out to everybody on the live as well. Thank you guys for tapping in with us. Once again, if you are on Instagram, make sure you go out, subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. Also, for the people that are on YouTube, for you guys want to become a member, it's pinned into the comments. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in. Much love. God bless. And on to the next. We'll be back with another one tomorrow. And we got a lot more interviews this week, so stay tuned. All right. God bless. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well. Trust me, you ain't gonna miss it.